Back like we never left for a Wednesday night edition, a slightly later than usual 8 o'clock start time, but anyway, you know we're always going to be here. Let's start the show, y'all. And we are back. Absolutely. Back like we never left. 8 o'clock start time here tonight. Slightly later than usual, but thank goodness we are past the West Coast trip where we got to stay up to 10:30. So I'll take an 8 o'clock start time. This is perfectly fine with me. Today we are out there in Big Texas, out there in San Antonio, taking on the lowly, and yes, I mean lowly San Antonio Spurs. No Greg Popovich, obviously, no Victor Wembanyama. We know this. No De'Aaron Fox. We know all of the whole situation. So here's the deal. Knicks, I asked for an easy game the other night. I am once again asking you for a nice, fun, easy game. I want to see everybody hooping tonight. Now, unfortunately, some of our guys, some of our rookies are out there in Westchester right now hooping. By the way, we'll get to it. They're out there hooping for Westchester. So our younger guys, we're not going to be able to see a guy like Paco Mdadie because he's out there playing for Westchester tonight. But we may be able to see Tyler Kolek. Who knows? Maybe. I do expect this to be a blowout. It should absolutely 100% be a blowout. Yes, we were home. Now we're back on the road. So sure, maybe some of the travel, we're gonna be a little tired. Okay, sure. I'll give them that. For maybe the first quarter, maybe the first half. Right? Maybe they build up a 5-10 point lead, but nothing crazy. I'm expecting a blowout come the second half because there is no way the lowly, all the way down here, San Antonio Spurs should be able to keep up with the way the New York Knicks have been playing as of late. Because yes, since we've had Mitchell Robinson back, we have been hooping. Who was available tonight? He was questionable because, of course, he is not cleared yet to play back-to-backs. Probably won't play back-to-backs at all this season. And we are in a situation where tonight is the first night of a back-to-back because tonight we are at San Antonio, and then tomorrow night we are at Charlotte. Both games the Knicks should win. Obviously, tomorrow is going to be a little bit more difficult because it's a road back-to-back. So I need a nice, easy night to help our guys, help our starters come tomorrow because I don't want to have to give the excuse of, second night of a back-to-back, both games on the road, we're going to be tired. I don't want to have to do that. So go ahead and handle your business tonight the way you did the other night when we ended up blowing out Miami because that's exactly what we should have done to a team that's lost 7 games in a row, right? So I'm not going to give y'all too much analysis. We know what the deal is. This is a lowly San Antonio team without their 2 best players and their damn head coach. So blow them out tonight. Nice and easy. Let's have some fun. I want to see Bridges go off. I want to see Anunoby continue to do his thing. I need Towns to have a nice, easy night. And I want to see the bench come out and hoop. I need a big night from our bench. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. And especially Mitchell Robinson, who is back. Going to be able to play tonight. He's probably not going to play tomorrow night in Charlotte. So give us something to go out on. Give us 2 fantastic games in a row, Big Mitch. He missed out on the double-double the other night. Get the double-double tonight. Let's get it popping. I appreciate y'all. Let's start the show. How's everybody doing? Big Task, Eamon Owens, Angela Harding, Mark. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. David Oz Jr., Kay Hazy, Paul Dog NYC, Lionel Monis, Jatana Williams, Tay Cowboys, Joshua. I appreciate y'all, man. Karen, of course. Susan, of course. Big Task of the San Antonio Ants. Step on them. It should be a nice and easy night. Nothing crazy. Shouldn't be a close game. Yes, the Spurs are a well-run organization, and they're finally coached and all of that. They're missing their 2 best players. And they have been tanking for a while. It is the end of the season. We should be out here. So, Chudamar, what's up, Chudamar? Ricardo, what's up, Ricardo? John Corley, what's up, John? Ricardo said, I'm down for a blowout. Should be a nice, fun, easy night. Nice, fun, easy night. Who's out there that could play? Marjon Beauchamp? Can Marjon Beauchamp play? By the way, I do want to go over to Westchester because y'all got to see what's been going on. Our guy, Kevin McCullough Jr., who wasn't even expected to play at all, even for Westchester this year with coming off of the injuries, And yet he's out there hooping for Westchester tonight. 9 assists in the first half. 14 points, 9 assists. My goodness, Kevin McCullough. I knew he was good. I know he was that good. Mark with a C. What's up, Mark? I don't know he was that good. What was I going to check? I can't even remember. So you know what? Let's go right to the G League. And Kevin McCullough Jr. in the first half had 14 points, 9 assists. 14 points. Y'all can't really see it. Y'all can't really see it. My man had 14 points, 9 assists for Kevin McCullough Jr. Our guy Pacom.ea, which is just a calm 13. Just a calm 13. Johnny Davis, shout out Johnny Davis. Played for the G League team now. I was hiring Johnny. Oh, Marjon Beauchamp's with the G League team. He's not even available tonight. Come on, man. Come on, man. Anton Watson's also with the G League team. So who do we have on our dang bench tonight to watch when this inevitably becomes a blowout? Who do we have? Who do we have? Oh, that's what I wanted to check. That's what I wanted to check. All right, let's start the game though. Let's start the game. First of all, we got to get to the blowout before we start worrying about who's gonna play during the blowout. AP, what's up, AP? Kenny McLeod, what's up, Kenny? Okay, he said McCullough's a smart player. I mean, he's proven it. I knew he was good. I didn't know he was good like that. He is dominating the G League. Now, that's exactly what you want to see from a 4-year college player, right? That's exactly what you want to see. As far as the Knicks, who do the Knicks have on their bench? PJ Tucker could get some minutes tonight. Says Anton Watson's with them. Says Tyler Kolek is with them. DeLon Wright. I mean, they don't have too many guys on the bench tonight. So we're just going to have to wait and see. We're just going to wait and see. Hopefully we get to that point. Hopefully we get to that point. David said PJ. Yeah, PJ's probably going to get some minutes. NBM, what's up, NBM? By the way, we're starting off. Stephon Castle has it up top. Here we go. Where's my mic? Let's get to it. Over to Chris Paul. I forgot Chris Paul was on the Spurs. I completely forgot. He's been so irrelevant since Wemby went down. Castle has it up top, dancing with it. Gets over the top to Jeremy Sohan, who pump fakes, fly-by defense by Karl-Anthony Towns, goes to the basket. Good rim protection from OG Anunoby, takes a ton of contact with Sohan. No foul call, and the Knicks the other way. Towns with a 3 in transition as the trailer. Get us started early, y'all. A nice and easy one. Get us started early. I want this to be over with early tonight. Chris Paul up top to Vassell. Vassell swings it over to Barnes. Barnes on the left wing, attacking to his left, going along the baseline. Reverse layup, gets it to go. Come on, y'all. Can't give him the baseline there. Can't give him the baseline. Michael Rogers, what's up, Michael? Josh Hart has it up top, gets it over to McBride. McBride on the right wing, got the hair out, gets it over to Towns. Towns, baseline fall-away jumper. Oh, my goodness, Karl-Anthony Towns. By the way, a mid-range fall-away jumper for Towns goes down. Ring the alert. We rarely see those. Stephon Castle the other way, just bully balls his way into the paint, gets a layup to go, hang in the air for just an extra second, avoiding the shot block in the contest. They would have got the layup to go. So it's 5-4 early. Forgot to give Towns his turnaround jumper along the baseline. He's clearly feeling it tonight. And then they hit McBride cutting back door. Pass was slightly off, but they get it back to Bridges. Bridges in the paint, almost turns it over, picks it back up, gets it down low to Towns. Towns flips it over the right hand. Oh, Towns he may go off for 40 tonight. Maybe another 40 burger for Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. He's got the first 7 points for the Knicks. Stephon Castle dancing around the screen. They swing it around. Barnes on the left wing puts up the 3 over Josh Hart, splashes it. Okay, hold on. Both sides kind of hooping right now. Both sides are going off right now. This might be a high-scoring game. This game may end up being in the 120s. Neither side is missing right now. Both offenses executing to a T. McBride hands it off to Bridges. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Castle. Gets to the Anunoby, back to Bridges. Coming to his left off a Town screen. Getting to the baseline, pulling it back out. They're looking to get it right back to Big Cat. Right back to Big Cat. You got the mismatch. You got Stephon Castle on him. Take the rookie to the basket, swings through towards the baseline, and he throws it down. Okay, it's the Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. First 9 points for the Knicks. Okay, Big Cat already with 9. Bring out big cities. It's been a while since we've seen big cities. 4 for 4 from the floor, and he's clearly feeling it. Castle on the paint, put up a floater, and Castle gets it to go. Y'all allowing the Spurs right now to get to the spots they want. Now, it's early in the game, but we're going back and forth right now. I need the Knicks to pick up their defensive intensity and close this one out early. McBride gets it up top to Towns. Don't let this be a game. Don't let this be a barn burner tonight. McBride has it on the right wing, gets it over to Towns. Towns has it up top. He's going to put up a 3. Oh, my goodness, quick catch and fire. He is clearly feeling it tonight. He missed that one, but he is clearly feeling it. You can tell just based off every time the ball touches his hands, he's looking to get to the basket or get a shot up. He's not even looking to pass tonight, and I like it. I like it. You're clearly feeling it. Now, here on the other end, Stephon Castle, quick crossover to his left hand, pump face, gets McBride into the air, able to draw the foul. Stephon Castle, the rookie's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Don't like that. I don't like that. MBM said Cat hit 15 straight last night. He's picking up right where he left off. He said, let me get right back into my bag, right back to feeling it. Scored the first 9 points of the game. Now Stephon Castle, the foul line for 2 free throws. Misses the free throw. We love when our opponents miss free throws. That is a good sign here tonight, early here, where it looks like the Spurs also can't miss. So this is a good sign. This is a good sign. 25-26. What's up, 25-26? Would this be the worst loss of the year if the Knicks lose? I don't even want to think about it, but I guess it depends how it happens. The Spurs, they can beat you. Like I mentioned earlier, well-coached team. They got some veterans out there. They can if you take them too lightly. But you should, with your talent, you should overwhelm them very easily. Very easily. So would it be the worst loss? Probably. I'd have to go through them, but probably it's definitely up there. McBride has it on the left wing. After Castle did knock down the second free throw, they get it in the high post of Towns, being guarded by Sohan. Driving to his right, picks his dribble up, kicks it out. McBride has it on the right wing, being guarded by Castle. Jab step, pump fakes, step back, fall away, long two over Castle. Can't get it to go. Sohan, good box out and rebound. Now he's going to push it the other way. Quick home run pass to Vassell. Vassell on the right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Anunoby, good rebound. OG Anunoby, by the way, has been picking up his rebounding. We've been asking that of him. Quick hit, head the bridges. Tries to go with the reverse layup. Gets blocked, knocked out of his hands. He pump fake, leans in. No foul call. Can't get the floater to go. And now the Spurs are pushing the other way. We need you to be a little bit stronger in those possessions, Mikhail. You can't miss that low floater in the lane. Chris Paul down the lane, kicks it out. Barnes, left wing 3. Can't. Oh, banks it in. Come on, man. It's going to be one of those nights. So the Spurs are not going to miss the start, but the Knicks got to pick up the defensive intensity. 9-13. Knicks down 4 here early in the first quarter. 8 minutes to go. Forgot to restart the timer. Anunoby, right wing 3, trying to match it. Can't get that one to go down. So yet, the Knicks still remain scoreless outside of Karl-Anthony Towns. Chris Paul bringing it down. Has it up top. Swings it over to Sohan. Sohan back to Paul. Coming to his right off the Sohan screen. Hesitation move. Almost lost the handle. Picks it back up. Kicks it to Barnes. Right corner 3. Air balls it. Towns knocks the ball loose as he couldn't get to it. The ball's still loose. McBride dives. He can't get to it. Chris Paul over to Castle. Barnes tries to reload on that corner 3, still can't get it to go. Josh Hart with a good box out, can't grab the rebound, but it is out of bounds off of the Spurs ball going back to the Knicks. Okay. Russell Field, what's up, Russell? Today he said, I just screamed at Tibbs, coach, we need rebounds. That's not a coach, that's the player. Players got a rebound. Get in there, players. Towns fires another 3. He's clearly feeling it, but he comes up short. After making his first 4 shots of the game, I believe he's missed his last 3. Barnes bringing it down against McBride. Good defense from McBride, not even allowing him to come past the 3-point line. He pulls it back out, has it up top, looking to isolate, coming to his right, driving it down along the baseline, puts up a little jumper, and just the size wins out there. Excellent defense from McBride. Didn't matter. Harrison Barnes able to shoot right over him and get to the go. McBride brings it to the left wing. Has it up top, now coming to his right, over the top to Anunoby on the pick and roll, leans in, goes up, gets blocked, ball is loose, Castle knocks it loose, Josh Hart picks it up over to Towns, able to recover it, now one-legged fall-away jumper along the baseline, continues to miss one-legged fall-away jumpers, but Josh Hart able to save it, over to Towns, he gets blocked at the basket by Chris Paul, ball knocked out of bounds by Towns, helter-skelter offense from the Knicks now, and nothing going their way after a quick start from Karl-Anthony Towns, thought it was going to be a great night, but now here comes the Spurs pushing it the other way. Castle inside the Sohan, pump fake, leans in, gets stripped by Josh Hart, ball is loose, Bridges picks it up, okay, now lock in defensively, Knicks, offense not going our way, Josh Hart bringing it down over the top to Anunoby, he's got Chris Paul on him, steps through, puts up the little floater, can't get it to go, but gets pushed by Harrison Barnes, so he's going to go to the foul line, 4-2 free throws with 6:30 to go here in the first quarter, and oh my goodness, what a start to this game, what a start, action flying all over the place. Hattie, what's up, Hattie? NBM said, take a deep breath. I can't. The action's flying around. I got to keep up with the action. That's all I'm trying to do. I need the Knicks to take a breather. And Tom Thibodeau does just that, calling the timeout. My goodness. What a fast-paced start to this game. I did not expect that. I didn't really expect that. I was like, all right, the Knicks are going to come out. They're going to want to play this slowly because the Spurs are obviously leaning a little bit more on the younger side. So, the Spurs are going to want to play fast. So if the Knicks can just control the pace, knock down some shots, execute on offense. It should be an easy night. And yet, here we are. They're going up and down tonight, swinging it around. The Spurs seemingly can't miss. It's going to be one of those nights from Harrison Barnes. He banks in a left wing 3 off a terrible angle, knocks down a tough one-legged fall-away baseline midi over Deuce McBride after some excellent defense. So it was one of those nights. Knicks got to be able to get through it here in this first quarter, and they will. But they're not going to come out and blow them out the way I had hoped. But I did say we'll give them to halftime to sort of adjust and able to pick up a lead over them here. I'll give them to halftime. And if that doesn't happen, if we got to go down to the wire with this San Antonio team, I'm going to be a little peeved off. But let's continue to play good basketball. We have yet to score outside of Karl-Anthony Towns. Like, come on, yo. We have yet to score outside of Karl. He has got 9 points, all 9 of our points. Can we get a basket outside of him? Bridges, can we step up? Anunoby finally gets fouled, so he's going to go to the foul line and presumably at least get a point up on the board outside of Towns. My goodness. AP reminding people to thumbs up. Appreciate you, AP. Yes, you're in the stream right now and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please go ahead. Hit that thumbs up button. It is by far the best way to support the stream, and I very much appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. Daniel Berry Sports, what's up, Daniel? Happy Wednesday, nice hump day. Trying to get past the week. Halfway there, y'all. We're halfway there. MBM also reminding people. I appreciate you, MBM. Shade, what's up, Shade? So not only are we going to keep an eye on what's going on around the league, we got to keep an eye with what's going on with the G League team as well. Because is there ever a time? Is there ever a time to keep an eye on the G League team tonight? Karl-Anthony Towns, by the way, 4 for 8 so far. Everybody else combined 0 for 3. 0 for 3. All right, so come on, OG. Knock down both of these free throws, please. Poor favor. I just need some points outside of Karl-Anthony Towns. I just need some points right now. The offense came out firing away, clicking. Everybody was, not everybody. Karl-Anthony Towns was knocking down shots, but everybody was moving the ball. Everybody was getting to their spots nice and early, and we were hooping. And now all of a sudden, y'all can't get nothing. Y'all can't. The hustle is there. Everybody's hustling the loose ball, fighting for the loose ball, able to get extra possessions right now. But Hattie said you need a Knicks cape. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. Anunoby at the foul line. Knocks in the first one. Thank you, OG. Got one more coming. 6:30 to go here in the first quarter. Approaching the halfway point. 10 to 15 now. Anunoby got one more coming. Come on, OG. Mark said we need to win these types of games. Mark, what is he? We do. As Anunoby misses a free throw. Come on, OG. We don't need that right now. I need points on the board right now. Keldon Johnson bringing it down. He's checked in. Gets it over to Vassell. Vassell gets it over to Barnes. Barnes has it up top. Gets it over to Sohan. Sohan in the high post, being guarded by Towns. Hands it off to Vassell. Coming to his left. McBride sticking with him. Gets to the mid-range. A pull-up jumper. Too long, can't get it to go. Nobody boxes out Keldon Johnson. He misses his tip. Josh Hart comes over with the offensive rebound. Home run pass to Anunoby. Gets stripped. Anunoby knocks the ball loose. Ball is still loose. McBride able to save it. Over to Towns. Down low to Bridges. Bridges back out McBride. A left corner three. The ball movement spectacular, but we can't get the three-point shot to fall. We still have yet to make a field goal outside of Karl-Anthony Towns. Chris Paul bounced past the Sohan in the paint. Leans in. Stops. Pump fake. Pivots. Kicks it out. Johnson up top coming to his right to Sohan screen and a moving screen from Sohan. Finally. Mark said you're a minute behind. I know, Mark. I know, Mark. Let me see. I'm slightly behind on the stream. I don't think it's going to make up a minute. 5:43 to go. 5:43 to go. Mark said ice cold from the field. Yeah, it's looking rough. Towns, like we said, Towns knocked down his first 4, but then missed his next 3. And nobody else has made a shot yet. So, ice cold from the field. 0 field goals over the last 4.5 minutes. Anunoby on the right wing puts up the 3. In and out. Can't get it to go down. And the poor shooting start continues. It continues. Chris Paul coming to his left off the Barnes screen. Gets to the foul line. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Gets it to go. Old Faithful. Chris Paul has made 9 billion of those shots throughout his career. McBride has it up top. Being guarded by Vassell. Over to Anunoby. Over to Towns. Towns hands it off to McBride. McBride dancing around the screen. A pull-up 3 as they go under the screen. McBride continues to misfire. This is not a good night to not be making shots, Knicks. Not a good night. Chris Paul bringing it down, coming to his left to pull-up 3. And he knocks it down in a double-digit deficit for our New York Knicks. This is not what we wanted to see. The Knicks are still going to end up winning this game, but this is not what we wanted to see. A 13-1 run for the Spurs here. Bridges coming to his left, gets under the basket, kicks it out to Josh Hart, extra pass to McBride, now extra pass to Bridges, or corner 3, can't get it to go. And we're generating fantastic looks right now. McBride's had some open ones. Bridges had an open one there. Chris Paul, a deep pull-up 3. Oh, okay. It's one of those nights for the Spurs. They're just going to pull up from 30 feet from Chris Paul, and he's going to knock it down. Okay, it's one of those nights. Can y'all pick up your play, Knicks? Bridges bringing it down, and Tom Thibodeau forced to call yet another timeout with 4:20 to go. My goodness, Mark said hangover. Oof, man. An understatement with the way they've come out right now. Knicks, guys, buddies, friends, pals, all of the above. Can y'all pick up your play? Can you just get an easy one? Can y'all just make an open shot? Like, I'm not asking for much. Just make an open shot. We're moving the ball. The offensive process, it looks good. It looks good. They're driving, they're kicking, they're swinging it around, extra pass, lining up wide open threes. Anunoby's missed them. McBride has missed them. Now Bridges missed one. Towns missed a couple. Knocked down his first four. Now he can't buy a basket. Come on, y'all. Score a point. At this point, just score a point. I just want 1 point. Just give me a point. Slim Slam, what's up, Slim? Focus up next. I mean, the process is great. They're moving it. They're playing well. They're generating the looks that they want to generate. And they're taking the shots that they want to take. Wide open corner threes, wide open wing threes from their knockdown shooters. They not getting nothing to go down. They not. Sometimes you just can't buy a basket. So at this point, survive the quarter, cut it to like at least 7 or 8, get the hell out of this first quarter, and then we can start hooping. Mark said, remember the Alamo Knicks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, we were hoping for an easy one, and it still may end up being an easy one, but you're going to have to extend a lot of energy right now to get back into this one. Come on, y'all. Come on. You know, having another road game. Look, they had a 5-game West Coast road trip, flew back home, played Miami, flew back to the West Coast towards Texas. That's more middle America, but, it's still out west compared to New York. Now playing San Antonio. Now you have to fly back east to North Carolina to play Charlotte. So the schedule and the travel is not going to be kind before flying back home to New York, although that's a much closer travel. And then you got 3 games at home. So the traveling has been rough on the Knicks. Yes, they got some hangover on them. They're probably tired. They're jet lagged, as MBM said. Jet lag for sure. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Now it's the first quarter. Let them heat up into the game, which is why I said halftime. I said, I'm going to give y'all till halftime to really establish yourself, and then I want you to run away with it in the second half. That's pretty much how the Miami game went, did it not? So give them the benefit of the doubt for the beginning of the game. Okay, happens to every team. The jet lag, there's nothing you can do about your body. Your body's feeling it on all the travel. Okay, fine, I'll give you that. Like I said, I'll give you the first half to mess around, figure everything out, get into the rhythm of the game. But by halftime, you should at least have the lead. You should at least have the lead by halftime, and in the second half, run it out, right? The Knicks were down by what, 14 against the Heat in the first half the other night. Was a 2-point game by halftime, ran away with it in the second half. Somewhat of a similar story should go on here tonight, right? Come on. Hattie said, that's their job, let's get it together. Yeah, I mean, just come on. Buy basket. Bridges has it up top, coming to his right, off of Robinson's screen, who's just checked in, kicks it out to Anunoby. He has it up top, driving to his left on Champagny, puts up the floater off glass, can't get it to go. Robinson, our first field goal outside of Karl-Anthony Towns, gets an offensive rebound and tip putback. Okay, Big Mitch, welcome to the game, brother. Welcome to the game. Vassell brings it down, gets it over to Paul. Paul has it up top. Shaman is also checked in with Robinson. Chris Paul snaking it back to his right hand, driving it down against Robinson, going under the basket, stops short and pulls up from the mid-range, gets it to go. Mikal Bridges, you got to recover there. Mitchell Robinson's not going to stay on him. And Chris Paul's carving up the Knicks right now. Still a 13-point game. McBride bringing it down, coming to his right, off a couple of screens, driving it down in the paint. Spins, kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges going along the baseline, kicks it out to Shamet. Shamet going to his right, up top to Anunoby, hands it off to McBride. Everybody touching the ball, coming to his left, mid-range foul line, pull-up jumper comes up short. Robinson, another tip rebound and another putback for our man, Big Mitch Robinson. Okay, outside of Karl-Anthony Towns, outside of our big men right now, we're not getting nothing, but our big men are hooping. Our big men are hooping. Mitchell Robinson, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 baskets. Chris Paul dancing around the screen, being guarded by Shamet. Coming to his left off a Bismack Biyombo screen, swings it over to Vassell, extra pass to Johnson. Keldon Johnson out of the left corner, isolating against Anunoby, leans in, pump fakes, puts up a righty hook over him, comes up short, can't get the friendly roll. Robinson cleans it up with the rebound. Now here comes OG Anunoby pushing the other way. Quick crossover to his left on Johnson, hands it off the Bridges, coming to his right. He's got some space, attacking, puts up the floater in the lane, gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Didn't shoot that fall-away jumper that he likes. Didn't shoot that fall-away jumper. Leaned into the defender, got fouled. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. AP said, I don't give a damn if they're tired. They beat the lottery team missing their star players. I mean, sometimes teams can just play harder. And it's the first half. Like I said, you got to give them till halftime. Find your legs, find your rhythm. Right? Similar story happened with the Miami Heat game. They're going to be all right long term, but if this continues, I'm going to be upset. Now, just like that, quickly, it's back to a 10-point game. Mikal Bridges knocked down the first one. He's got one more coming. If he knocks this down, it's going to be a 9-point game, and then we can continue to go from there. Cut it to, 4 or 5-point game going into the second quarter. Take the lead in the second quarter going into halftime, and then in the second half, blow this thing open. Should be a nice, easy game after that. Bridges knocks down both free throws. There we go. Single-digit game. Get one more defensive stop. Get another score. It's a 7-point game. All of a sudden, we're right back into it. Chi-Chi said, what's up, Chi-Chi? In the meantime, Boston uncovered that they have another gem on the bench. Inserted their rookie into the game, and he goes off beyond the arc with 6 threes, yet we can't even give our PGs a shot. Who is that? Baylor Shireman? I mean, everybody knows what Baylor Shireman's at. By the way, the Knicks come up with the stop. Shaman to pull up 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound, finds his way to Bridges. Pulls up for the mid-range jumper. Airballs it. Come on, Mikal. Don't airball it. Miss it, but don't airball it. Chris Paul bringing it down. A deep pull-up straightaway 3. He's clearly feeling it. He's got some Karl-Anthony Towns in him right now. Good box out from Anunoby as Mitchell Robinson's able to grab the rebound. Now here comes OG. Bringing it down, coming to his right. Off of a Shaman screen, driving to his left. Leans in, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Chris Paul knocks it out of Anunoby's hands, and the Spurs are pushing the other way. Hit head to Vassell. Leaves it off for Keldon Johnson as the trailer for a 3. In and out, can't get it to go down. Mitchell Robinson, good box out, and goes down and corrals that rebound. There you go, Big Mitch hustling on the glass. He's got, 4 rebounds already? McBride on the left wing, hands it off to Bridges, gets it over to Robinson. Robinson hands it back off to McBride. McBride over to Bridges. Bridges driving to his left, tries to kick it out to Anunoby, but gets fouled. Should be on the pass. AP said, about to turn on my NES game and trade them. AP, Tom Thibodeau will never give a young player a chance, just ask Quinn Grimes. I mean, you could also ask Emmanuel quickly. Tom Thibodeau gave him a chance. There's certain criteria that Tom Thibodeau needs out of his rookies. Also, after 20 games, Quinn Grimes, as a rookie, did get playing time. So he may not be the guy to ask. Ricardo said, Mitch is so special. It's my guy, man. It's my guy. His impact goes well beyond the box score. Campaign has checked in, driving it down, puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Robinson trying to get his fingertips on it. Not quite able to do that. Good box out from Biyombo. And now Biyombo has it up top. Hands it off to Castle. Castle dancing around the Biyombo screen, stepping in, puts up the floater over Robinson. In and out, can't get it to go. But that leaves Biyombo available to attack the offensive glass, and he gets the easy layup to go. The tip in. Campaign bringing it down, gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby back to Payne. Payne coming to his right off the Robinson screen, kicks it over to Shaman, a deep right corner 3. Can't get that one to go. We're getting decent looks. We're getting the looks we want, but the perimeter shot not going down after Karl-Anthony Towns made that first 3. Castle, quick crossover to his left, driving it down, leans in, hop step, puts up the floater, misses the floater. Shaman able to grab it. Castle misses an easy one. Knicks catch a break. Now take advantage. Shaman has it on the right wing, dancing with it against Johnson. Gets it up top to Robinson. Robinson looking to get it to Anunoby. Now hands it off. Anunoby driving to his left in the middle of the lane. Tries to kick it out to Payne. Ball is still loose. Anunoby dives for it. It's out of bounds. It's going to remain with the Knicks at least. At least it will remain with the Knicks. Mark said, this is ugly. Karl-Anthony Towns checks back in for Anunoby. And we do get Towns and Robinson on the court at the same time. Okay. David said these slow starts are doomed in the playoffs. It must change. Enter Jalen Brunson into the chat. Karl-Anthony Towns Euro steps through the contact, gets the foul and the N1 immediately, checking back into the game. That's exactly what you want to see. It's exactly what you want to see. There you go. There we go. I love the Towns-Robinson lineup, what we've seen. Haven't seen a whole lot of it, but I like seeing it. I want to see it more, obviously. David said, I did read that. These slow starts are going to be doomed in the playoffs. Yeah, enter Jalen Brunson. And enter Jalen Brunson. He's going to put the Superman cape on. When they start off slow like that, he's going to put the Superman cape on. We're going to be all right. Not worried about that. Towns at the foul line. Knock me down. And he misses a free throw. Come on, man. Come on. We're missing free throws? Really? Really? We're just going to miss some free throws? That's Stephon Castle coming to his left, a pull-up 3. Can't get it to go down, but Bismack, Biyombo right there for the tip up and in. You can't have Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson out there and allow offensive tip-ins like that. Come on, man. Somebody got to box out. Somebody got to have some pride down there. Campaign gets it over to Towns. Towns being guarded by Sohan. He's going to back him down, bully ball his way into the paint. Righty hook shot gets it to go. That's a special big man move right there from Karl-Anthony Towns. You don't see big men moving like that no more. It's like him, Jokic. I mean, is Joel Embiid considered an NBA player still? Who knows? It's like those two dudes. Maybe some Zubac from the Clippers. As Mikal Bridges fouls Stephon Castle trying to come off the screen. Gigi said, I believe his name is Shireman. Yes, Baylor Shireman. I mean, he was a 4-year guy coming from, where'd he go to school? Was it Creighton? Was he on Creighton? He was the 30th pick in the draft. Everybody knew he was good. He was a solid player. That guy can't play defense. That's why he's not going to play for them. But their infrastructure allows for guys like him to go off. If Tom Thibodeau played our guy, Anunoby ends up blocking Vassell at the buzzer from three-point line. I love OG, man. I love OG. Oh, he said, nah, you're not even going to get the shot off, brother. Don't isolate against me. I'm a demon. I'm a defensive demon. What are you doing? Angel A1's Roman. What's up, Angel? 20 to 29, 9-point game, nothing crazy. Okay, you're down 9. Take the lead going into halftime. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. El Tigre, what's up, El Tigre? Okay, so let's keep end of the third quarter for the Westchester team. End of the third quarter for the Westchester team. McCullough only scored 1 point. Dottier's 3 for 10 from the field. All three-point field goals made. Has gone to the line, 3 for 4 from the foul line for 15 points. Moses Brown, shout out Moses Brown. Moses can't stay in with an NBA team, Brown. He's trying, man. He's trying, but he's not finding any luck. Johnny Davis, by the way, 4 for 8 from 3. Where did that come from? And Boo Booey, playing in the game, got 16 points, tied for the leading scorer with Moses Brown and Kevin McCullough. And Pac Holmes got 15. As far as anybody off the bench, Jordan Tucker, I don't know you, but he's open. Okay, I thought Kevin McCullough would have really been popping off by now. He had what, 14 and 9 at halftime. He's still stuck on 16 and 9. Only got one more basket in that third quarter. Anyway, whoops, can't show y'all that. Anyway, let's go over this. Or let's go around the league real quick. Knicks score, we're not worried about it. We'll check it at halftime. NBM manageable 9, a manageable 9-point lead. No big deal. We'll get there. Pacers Mavs close game. I mean, the Mavs, you know, they may not even have 5 guys to play towards the end of the season. They may have to start forfeiting games. And yet it's a 3-point game with the Pacers, who have been surging and who need these wins because they're battling for that 4 seed. So, you know, you want to talk about we're playing Dallas coming up. So you want to talk about a bad loss? This might be a bad loss for the Pacers. It's a 3-point game halfway through that third quarter. Rockets Magic, Pistons Heat, Pelicans Timberwolves, 76ers Thunder. Very obviously a blowout. Late games? Any late games of importance? Not really. Cavs Kings? Not really. All right, let's start this second quarter. Come on, Knicks. Let's get back into this. Campaign bringing it down. Campaign has it up top, being guarded by Castle. Gets it down low to Towns. Towns in the high post, right wing, backing down Sohan. And a defensive 3 seconds on the Spurs. Precious Achiuwa has checked into the game. I don't like it. But I need you to step up, Precious. Come on. He gave us some good minutes against the Heat. He for sure gave us some good minutes against the Heat. Give us some more good minutes. Towns knocks down the technical free throw. Thank you, Towns. 8-point game. Gigi said, listen up, it's common sense. Give Kolek a shot. I guarantee he will hit at least 3 or 4 open shots, the ones Deuce are missing. Sure. He's really not a 3-point shooter. I don't know, big dog. I don't know if you watched him at Marquette. That's really not his game. And they call 3 seconds on the Spurs again. That's 2 on Keldon Johnson immediately. Come on, big dog. The ref clearly said something to him, man. They clearly said something. They were like, listen, stop standing in the paint. And he's just going to continue to stay in that paint. I like it. Keep calling it, refs. Keep calling it. I think the refs need to call 3 seconds more often. Towns knocks down the other free throw. Thank you for the 3 points. All of a sudden, it's a 7-point game. We're back into it. We're back into it. Slim Slammer said we were about to cut into this lead. And they just like that. 2 free points from the Spurs. I appreciate it. Towns in the paint, bully balling his way to the basket and knocks down the right hook. We need more of that, Karl-Anthony Towns. We need more of that. Some post-work big man play. That's what we need. Champagny has it up top, gets it over to, who is this? Driving to his left. Is that Malachi Branham? Gets the righty layup to go, splitting the defense. Quick move from him. Now Campaign bringing it down against Branham. Coming to his left, driving it down. Hands it off to Josh Hart, back to Payne. Payne over to Towns. Towns catches it on the run. Euro stepping down the lane, draws the foul, puts up the floater. Can't get the floater to go, but he's going to go back to the foul line. And the Knicks are working their way to this foul line. That's what you want to see. Slow the game down, right? We talked about, Towns stretching it out. Stretching the knee out, okay. Holding the knee, we know the knee has been an issue for a while. We know the hand has been an issue for a while. Now he's stretching the knee out. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, he really stretching it out. As Campaign was bringing the ball down the court, Karl-Anthony Towns was stretching that knee out. I don't like it. Does knock down the free throw, though. Appreciate you. And then after he got that foul call, now he did catch it and drive it through some contact. So maybe the knee is feeling all right. Just a little bit of a ooh, that don't feel right. Which is not great. Not great for a 7-footer. You don't want to see him doing that, grabbing at the knee. Yvette, what's up, Yvette? Towns got 18 points, making 19. Makes it 19. Thank you, Big Cat. And just like that, it's a 5-point game, y'all. Just like that. Castle gets it over to Mamu Kalashvili. Shout out Mamu Kalashvili. I've always been a fan. Always been a fan of Mamu. As Shamit jumps the passing lane, knocks it loose from Castle play, and Josh Hart, a beautiful bounce pass that pressures Achua, goes up and throws it down with 2 hands, and it's a 1-possession game. It's a 1-possession game immediately like that. 2 minutes into the second quarter here, it's a 1-possession game. 3 points. Kalashvili, Mamu Kalashvili has it up top. Now Mamu has it, hatches pump fakes. Achua's flying for every single pump fake. Kalashvili kicks it out. Now back out to Champagny for a right corner. Gets blocked by Payne. Mamu Kalashvili picks it up. Now back to Branham. Quick catch and 5 from 3. Can't get it to go. But Mamu right there for the offensive rebound and putback. Like I said, I've always liked Mamu. My man Mamu Kalashvili. How do I know how to pronounce his name? Don't worry about it. That's my guy. Don't worry about it. That's my guy. Mamu Kalashvili. I know how to pronounce everybody's name. Towns has it up top, being guarded by Sohan. He's been taking advantage of this matchup all night. And just as I say that, he turns it over, trying to force it. Now here comes Branham coming the other way, gets fouled by Shamit, and he lays it up and in with a righty finger roll in transition. A bad foul from Shamit. Gives him an easy and one. Going to send him to the foul line for 1 more free throw. AP said they got to stop playing games. If this was a playoff team, they'd be done. I mean, they're tired, AP. They tired. Like I said, halftime, blow it open in the second half, you're going to be all right. You play down to your competition. We know this. Come playoff time, everybody's on even field. Everybody got the same amount of rest. Everybody travels the same amount. They're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. You can't get down and out in the doldrums of the regular season. Regular season's a grind. Josh Hart walks into a pull-up right wing 3. I like that he shot it because they left him wide open. But Branham shot out of a can and gets fouled by Campaign. He was bringing it down. He's changed the tenor of this team for the Spurs. He got put into the game, and he's pushing the pace for the Spurs yet again. The way you want to beat this Knicks team is pushing the pace on them. We saw the Warriors do that very effectively. We know the Knicks are a half-court team. They want to play much slower. Castle gets it into Sohan. Sohan back to Castle, coming to his left, snaking it back to his right hand off the screen. Foul line, pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Towns, good box out, and one-handed rebound. Quick hit ahead to Josh Hart. Who's going to bring it down? It's going to be picked up by Castle. Josh Hart has it on the left wing, coming to his right. Gets it back to Achua. Achua being guarded by Mamu. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Hands it off to Payne. Catches, pump fake. No, he's going to take that right wing 3, and he's going to knock me down wide open. Yes, sir, on the right wing. No hesitation. Campaign. He had a terrible game the other night. Couldn't knock anything down. Knocks down his first 3 here tonight. Castle has it up top, driving to his right. Shama doing a good job staying in front of him. He whips a pass out to Mamu Kalashvili for a 3, and he splashes it. I've always liked Mamu. I'm going to keep saying it because that's my guy. That's my guy. Keenan Hara, what's up, Keenan Hara? Alyssa Lester, what's up, Alyssa? Josh Hart up top, hits Campaign, comes to the basket, kicks it out to Achua in the corner. Bully balls his way to the basket, goes up, misses the layup, fight for the rebound, and Harrison Barnes able to pull it down. You got Precious Achua trying to space it out to the left corner, and he got nothing there as Harrison Barnes driving to the basket, gets fouled by Payne. This is why you can't have Precious Achua out there. Precious Achua is out there spreading the court out to the three-point line. They kick it to him in the three-point line. He's wide open. That's got to be a catch-and-shoot three. But we know Precious Achua don't got a corner three like that, so he's got to catch it and drive along the baseline and shoot a well-contested shot at the basket, and he misses it because he can't finish around the basket. I like Precious Achua. Not when I watch him make plays like that, man. Harrison Barnes misses the first free throw, though. We love missed free throws from our opponents time and time again. Slim Slammer said, I do like how they're playing without JB so far. Showing they can function without JB is a good look. Absolutely. Absolutely. They needed it. As the season has gone on, they started to become more and more reliant on Jalen Brunson. And it was like, y'all got to back up off of this. Y'all got to back up off. Like, everybody else needs to step up. And people weren't stepping up because Jalen Brunson was just being a superhero. So, now that they don't have him to fall back on, as Campaign misses a pull-up left wing three, everyone else has been forced to step up, and now we're getting the Mikal Bridges that we thought we were trading for. Now Anunoby's being a lot more aggressive offensively. Towns is finding a little bit of a groove as Stephon Castle bully balls his way to the basket, gets a layup to go, and the foul. Another and one situation for the Spurs, and we were into it. It was what, a 1-point game, a 3-point game, something like that, and all of a sudden it's ballooned back up to 10. Come on, y'all. I said I want at least a lead by halftime, and it's going the other way, y'all. Come on. Castle has it up top, at the foul line, knocks down his and one free throw. Come on, y'all. Shaman's going to bring it down against Castle, and Castle gets fouled. I mean, Castle, no foul. Shaman dribbles it out of bounds, loses the handle on the ball. Why we got Shaman bringing the ball out, I will never know. Mark said get Precious out. I'm saying, Precious is not the guy you need to have in there right now. Castle bringing it down. Coming to his right, off a double screen. Castle in the mid-range, a pull-up jumper for Castle. Too long, can't get it to go. Josh Hart with the rebound. Josh Hart bringing it down. Josh Hart over to Campaign. Campaign on the left wing. Up top to Towns. Extra pass to Josh Hart. Josh Hart extra pass to Achua. And while we're at it, can we get Josh out of the game too? Can we get him a breather? Can we get him a breather? He's not really helping us offensively, and we need some baskets, man. We got 31 points with 8 minutes to go, under 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. So can we get Josh Hart out of here while we're out of it? Give him a breather. Get some more offense out there. Castle coming to his left, pump fakes, swings it out to Barnes. Barnes driving to his right, bounce pass to Sohan, and Sohan with an easy two-handed slam. And the Knicks defense was playing well, and then we got Precious Achua in there. And we got Josh Hart back in the game, got Mitchell Robinson out of there, and then all of a sudden a 13-3 run from the Spurs. All of a sudden a 13-3 run from the Spurs. Come on, y'all. Get them out of there. Liquor Box, what's up, Liquor? Cat points, rebound, assist needs to hit. I mean, likely, the way they're playing right now. Keen Hart said, it's fine, this ain't critical. Let Precious flail his way through a bit. Nah, man, get him out of there. Get him out of there. I have become less and less of a fan of Precious Achua as the season has gone on. Yes, he has his uses. Yes, he can be versatile defensively. No, do I want to see him on a nightly basis. Get him the hell out of the game right now. He is not helping you one bit. Not on the glass, not rebounding, not defensively. He sure as hell ain't helping you offensively. As a matter of fact, he's been a detriment to your team right now. So get him the hell out of the game. You can't have him and Josh Hart in the game at the same time against a smart team. Any smart team is going to be able to take advantage of a lineup with two guys who just can't, not even refuse, incapable of taking threes right now. Carl, what's up, Carl? My man Carl Jean-Baptiste. Looks like we're in serious need of some spice. They need something, man. They need something. Gigi said, whatever happened to the time when coaches used to sit all the starters and insert the bench to send a message? Those were always usually pretty bad ideas, and the only coach who usually ever really did that was one Greg Popovich. So, he's not coaching the Knicks. Matter of fact, he's never coached another team outside of San Antonio. So, Coaches didn't used to do that. Greg Popovich used to do that. That's it. Mike Mode said, do we really have to keep saying this? Josh Hart and Precious should never, ever be on the court together. I mean, it's very obvious to you. It's very obvious to me. I'm sure it's very obvious to the majority of the people watching the game and majority of Knicks fans around the world. It is very clearly not an obvious thing to the person who it needs to be the most obvious thing to in Tom Thibodeau. You know? His love of players who hustle but can't do anything outside of that is just rough. It's rough. In 2025, it's just not something that you should be able. You can't rely on a player who just simply hustles. Can't. Now Josh Hart does more than that, which is why he should be playing a lot. But he shouldn't be playing a lot to the detriment of other players, right? If you want to have Precious Achiuwa out there, you can't have Josh Hart. If you're going to have Josh Hart out there, you can insert Precious Achiuwa because when you have a guy like Mitchell Robinson, right, you could say the same thing about Mitch. Can't have Josh Hart and Mitch out there at the same time. And for the most part, I would agree with that. But the difference with Mitch is he will battle on the glass. He's an absolute monster defensively. He's a rim deterrent. So there's that. Outside of that, other than that, Precious Achiuwa isn't providing at least that. He's providing at least that. Campaign down the lane, scoop layup with the right hand, can't get it to go. Precious Achiuwa for the tip up and in. 7 minutes to go. And Castle bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Shaman, gets it over to Barnes. Barnes hands it off to Branham, back up top to Castle, coming to it right after Sohan screen, gets caught in the air, but kicks it out to Branham up top. Branham attacking to his left, spins to his right, kicks it out to Kalashvili. Mamu Kalashvili with a pump fake and a fly-by defense from Precious Achiuwa, dribbles to his right and knocks down the three. Some fly-by defense from Precious Achiuwa. Why are you flying by Mamu Kalashvili? Just close out with a hand up. Why are you jumping and flying by, man? Town swings it over to Payne, and Campaign in and out, can't get the three to go down. Precious Achiuwa has been horrific defensively, and he's not giving you much offensively. Get him the hell out of the game. How do you call a timeout and keep him in the game? Bounce pass from Castle to Sohan. He has it down low. Pulling it back out, hands it off to Mamu Kalashvili. Driving to his left, past Achiuwa, against to the basket. Shoves it over to nobody, out of bounds off of Towns. It's going to remain with the Spurs. Hattie said that's what Tibbs and Hart were yelling about. Why you got me out here with pressure? Maybe that was the genesis of it. Branham's going to get it in, gets it into Mamu Kalashvili for another straightaway three and another knockdown three. I mean, he is absolutely destroying Precious Achiuwa. Get him out of the game. A 17-point deficit for our Knicks. Get him out of the game. He's 3 for 3 from three-point range. I'm sure some of y'all didn't even know who Sandro Mamu Kalashvili was. I did because I love my guy. As McBride tries to get it in, gets picked off by Branham. Home run pass to Branham, and he's going to lay it up. And it blows the layup, but Mamu Kalashvili right there. He's up to 13 points. He is dominating this game. Precious Achiuwa, my guy, you are getting absolutely eaten up alive right now. Josh Hart has it up top. Gets it down low to Towns. Towns being guarded by Sohan. Backing him down. They bring a double team, leans in, flips it up with the righty hook. He didn't want to kick it out after the double team because they were double teaming off of Josh Hart. They didn't want to get it over to Josh Hart. Bounce past to Castle. Castle goes up and lays it up and in with the right hand. What is it, 20-point deficit? 21-point deficit for the Knicks. Oh, my goodness. Guys, it's going the other way. It's going the other way. And Towns is hurt, holding his hand, man. He's hurting. And a timeout from the Knicks yet again. My goodness. Towns is holding his hand. That's not what you want to see. Towns was holding his knee, now he's holding his hand. We know he's had knee issues. We know he's had hand issues, and he's in some serious pain right now with the hand. He's in serious pain. Keenan Hart said, down 21, sell. Gigi said, there goes Big Bodega bye-bye season. No, we've known he's been hurting with the hand, brother. Kay Hazy said, cat only hurts when they're doing bad. Now, he's been hurting all season long. He's just been hiding it. He's been hiding it. Keenan said this game is the reason why I'm going to win my Knicks under a 54.5 wins bet. Lakerbox said Tibbs will leave all the starters in for a whole half and send a message not to sit them. Yeah, he's going to do the opposite. His message is there's nothing you can do out there. If he likes you as a player, there is nothing you can do that will force me to take you out of the game. That's Tom Thibodeau's message to his players. You can turn the ball over 4 times in a row and take wild pull-up threes, and I won't take you out because you hustled for the ball that one time. You know? Hart said, I think it might be Mamu Kalashvili. It's Georgian. I got Georgian friends. That may be it, Hart. But Mamu Kalashvili is how he wants it pronounced. It's my guy. I would know. That's my guy. I've been a fan of him since he was on the Bucks, since he was drafted to the league. Thought he was a pretty good player. Here he is on the Spurs, showing he's a pretty damn good player. He's hooping. Carl said, Tibbs is really trying to get fired. No adjustments whatsoever. I mean, not a one. As a matter of fact, the adjustment he made was, let me take Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson's been hooping this game. Right? Mitchell Robinson came in. The defense was great. The rebounding picked up. Got some offensive rebounds. Got some putbacks. Here we go. And then Tom Thibodeau was like, what, you're going to play well, Mitch? Get the hell out of the game. Precious, go get Mitchell Robinson. That was his adjustment. Mitchell Robinson, we got the little update from Knicks Fan TV that Mitch's minutes were about to tick up a little bit. And so far, Mitch tonight has played 4 minutes. And hold on. Don't tell me Precious Truth. Precious Truth played 7 minutes and Mitchell Robinson played 4. Are you selling Tom Thibodeau? How does this make sense? Mitchell Robinson played 24 minutes the other night against the Miami Heat. We got 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. You played him 4 minutes. Are you selling this game, Mitch? I mean, Tom Thibodeau? How do you have Mitchell Robinson out? And Karl-Anthony Towns is going to go back to the locker room. He's hurting bad. Oh, no, he's back on the court. Never mind. He just wanted to take a quick walk around the arena, I guess. No, now he's going back to the locker room. Or maybe he's staying there. He's not going back to the locker room. He's sitting on the behind the bench. All right. Whatever that means. Mitchell Robinson's back in, by the way. McBride, a sidestep left wing three, can't get it to go. Mamu Kalashvili with the rebound. Sohan bringing it down. Gets it up top to Malachi Branham, driving it down. Draws a foul on Josh Hart. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Under 5 to go. Hart said Towns' finger is effed up. I mean, we know he got the bone spur in his wrist. We know his thumb is jacked up. So, it's, Hart said it's fine. Do you want Mitch killing it against the Spurs in mid-March? Or not getting hurt and being available in April? He played 24 minutes the other night, Hart. Like, he's not playing tomorrow. He doesn't play back-to-backs. So play him. He's going to have 2 days off. He's going to have 2 days off. And Niles Thomas with a subscription. I appreciate you, Niles. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Niles Thomas. A 21-2 run over the last 4.5 minutes for the Spurs. Bridges is back in. McBride gets it back to Bridges. Bridges mishandles the ball, slips, falls, able to save it back to Anunoby. Anunoby gets it over to Robinson. Robinson has it up top. Shot clock winding down, hands it off to Josh Hart. Josh Hart dribbles to his right, a fall away 3. Comes up well short, can't get it to go. Brandon with the rebound. Shot out of a cannon, pushing it the other way. Shoves it over to Mamu Kalashvili, gets blocked by Robinson. I'm just saying, like, why did you have Precious Achiuwa in the game for a 7-minute stretch? That was probably the worst 7-minute stretch of the game. And you had Mitchell Robinson in there for 4 minutes. Played 24 minutes the other night. He could definitely play at least 10 minutes and a half, and you played him for 4. You played him for 4. Ay, Tibbs. Brother. Sohan, a right wing 3 wide open. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. That's the guy you want shooting. Misses it. Here comes Anunoby off the rebound. Anunoby has it up top. They leave him wide open from 3. He's going to stop and pop. Can't get it to go down. Nick can't get any perimeter shot to go down tonight. Not a 1. Karl-Anthony Towns has the 1. Campaign has another 1. That's 2. Stephon Castle crossing over to his right. Euro steps down the lane. Banks it in. The layup off glass. Quick hit ahead to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it on the left wing. It's a 25-point deficit now. Oh, my goodness. It's continuing to climb. Over the top pass to Robinson. He's got the lob from Mikal Bridges. Cool. But you need some defensive stops. Hart, lob to Mitch. Mark said Pop's been long gone this season. Yeah. And he might not play, might not coach next season. He said he wanted to go out on his own terms, but he's got to be able to give it his all. Isaiah Gardner, what's up, Isaiah? Oliver Holt. Oliver. Appreciate it, brother. Probably time to pencil in the Magic for the finals. Come on, dog. Towns is going to sub back in? That's what's happening? No, it doesn't look like it. He's just in the huddle. Hattie said, I want 2 days off and that paycheck. And that paycheck? 2 days off in the paycheck? Keenar said, Mitch is, in fact, killing it. I mean, it's him and Towns. It's our centers. Everyone else has been atrocious. Every single other player has been atrocious. I mean, Anunoby's 0 for 7. Bridges is 0 for 4. McBride's 0 for 5. Josh Hart's 0 for 2. The bench was solid. I mean, Robinson's 3 for 3. Cameron Payne's 1 for 5. He's not killing it. Shamet was 0 for 2. Precious Achiuwa was 2 for 3. Precious Achiuwa was a minus 14, man. In 7 minutes, he managed to be one of the most detrimental players I've seen in a while enter a game. And then stick around for 7 minutes. Like, after a 3 or 4 minute stretch and it was not playing off, like, get him out of the game, Tibbs. He has still played more minutes than Mitchell Robinson so far. Like, how can you excuse that, man? How can you excuse that? Come on, man. That's inexcusable. Chris Paul bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Gets it over to Harrison Barnes, being guarded by McBride. Driving to his left, to the basket. Kicks it out to Jeremy Sohan. They want Jeremy Sohan shooting. Can't get the corner 3 to go. Anunoby, good rebound. Quick hit ahead to Bridges. Hands it off to McBride. Ball knocked loose. Come on, can y'all focus up? Bridges, a fall-away jumper in the paint, comes up short. Continues to miss fires. Fighting on the boards. Knicks can't grab it. Josh Hart and Mitchell Robinson fighting for the rebound. Can't grab it as the Spurs come over. Mamukelashvili gets it over to Sohan. Sohan driving to his left. Robinson knocked out of bounds. Good hands from Mitchell Robinson. Keenan Hart said, I'm going to ask my buddy how to pronounce Mamukelashvili. Tav Didishvili? Tav Didishvili? That's a tough one, Keenan Hart. That's a tough one. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Town subs back in. Did Mitchell Robinson just sub back out again? Mitchell Robinson's out of the game again. I don't know, man. Honestly. Unless something's going, Anunoby, good block on Sohan in the paint. Here comes the Knicks pushing the other way. McBride 1-on-1 against Vassell. Leans in and gets the ball knocked out of his hands by Vassell. Here comes Chris Paul bringing it the other way. Kicks it out to Vassell. Transition 3. McBride late to recover. And Devin Vassell knocks down the transition 3. Cheetama. The Knicks are not going to beat the Pistons. I disagree with that. I know a lot of people have been doom and gloom about having to play the Pistons in the first round if that is the matchup that ends up happening. I'm not. I'm not at all. Towns is back in the game, and he gets fouled by Keldon Johnson. It is a 26-point deficit. My goodness. Ugh. Chichi said, this is pure example of how soft this team is. Mitch, OG, and Hart down the basket and allow a 6'2 guard to Euro step and score a basket. I don't know if you watch a whole lot of basketball, Chi-Chi. That literally happens every game. Like, as the Knicks don't match up, they missed a shot. Chris Paul with a home run pass to Jeremy Sohan standing under the basket by himself, and he gets the dunk to go. 28-point deficit for the Knicks. I need y'all to go down 30. So I could put a bet in that the Knicks are going to come back and win this game. I need you. I said get a lead by halftime, and it's gone the other way as Anunoby goes to the basket, gets his first points of the game, gets a dunk. Good pass from Towns. Cool. That's where we're at. Like Anunoby, with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, gets his first basket of the game. So hand down the lane, spins, pump fakes, tied up. They kick it out. Keldon Johnson, a left wing 3, in and out halfway down. Can't get it to stay, though. Here comes Mikal Bridges. Down low to Anunoby. And he gets fouled on the entry pass. High Vibe with a very generous contribution. I appreciate you, High Vibe. Thank you for your generosity. He said, at least you got the Hornets, Tom. Brunson is the heart. I mean, Brunson is the whole team. You're not doing nothing without Jalen Brunson. Keenan Hart said, what are you supposed to defend? Paint and threes. What did the Knicks give up? See the above. Yeah, especially tonight. Especially tonight. The Knicks miss another shot, by the way. Towns fighting for the rebound and can't grab it. Here comes Chris Paul. Chris Paul coming to his left, leaning in, ball knocked out of his hands. Knicks forcing some turnovers right now. McBride on the right wing, a transition pull-up three. And he gets it to go down. Okay. Lionel Mona said, is it bedtime yet? I mean, the Knicks are definitely asleep. It's past the Knicks' bedtime because they're obviously sleeping. Under a minute to go. A 23-point game. Vassell coming to his left off the Sohan screen. Snaking it back to his right hand. A mid-range pull-up jumper for Vassell. And he rattles it in. Chi-Chi said, I do. X-Men, Oak, and Mace would never allow that. Oh, I didn't know they were still in the league, Chi-Chi. I didn't know they were still in the league like that. As Josh Hart tosses up an absolute brick. A brick. What team they play for? Since you watch so much basketball around the league, Chi-Chi. I didn't know those dudes were still in the league, brother. My man talking about 30 years ago. Players from 30 years ago. I'm gonna need you to speed back up to 2025, my man. Vassell driving to his left, down the lane, leaves it off for Sohan. Sohan finally gets a basket, courtesy of Vassell. 67 first half points for the Spurs is bad. 40 first half points for the Knicks is horrendous, as Bridges knocks down a three. As Vassell's going to chug it up before the break, almost banks it in, doesn't get it to go. And our halftime score is going to be 26-point deficit. Can the Knicks make a 26-point deficit going into the second half in one half of basketball? We'll see, man. We'll see. Too Toxic. What's up, Too Toxic? I think you said it's hard being a Knicks fan. It is, man. It is. It's not for the faint of heart. Some of y'all are faint of heart. Too Toxic said, who's at fault when a team is not ready to play? Just saying. I mean, we talked about it. We talked about what could be the issues tonight. I said I'm going to give them to halftime to get their sea legs under them. And then I'm expecting a second half blowout. That clearly is not going to happen tonight. A second half blowout has now turned into a second half comeback. We'll see if that's going to be possible for them. If there's any team to do it to, a San Antonio team down as many players as they are, down their head coach, is the team to probably do it against. Can they do it? I guess we're just going to have to tune in and check it out. Hinora said, X-Man ain't around, but I don't see why Pac Gome and Kolek shouldn't get a little time here. Because Pac Gome is with the G League team tonight, Hinora. As far as Kolek, probably. But we know Tom Thibodeau. AP said, All Ball TV is going to have a field day with this one. Rob Jaworski, what's up, Rob? We look like we are a first round out no matter who we play. I mean, if you're watching tonight, it does. It definitely looks like that if you're watching tonight. But like I said, you want to get the whole context. They had a 5-game West Coast road trip, flew back to New York to play Miami, now back to San Antonio. So it's essentially feeling like a 7-game road trip because you've been on flights, flying around, you're jet lagged, you're tired, your legs aren't there, all of that. You're missing Jalen Brunson. Now Towns is hurt. You add in all that context. Doesn't matter. You don't go down 28 points to the Spurs. That doesn't happen. But playing poorly, you could see it happening tonight. Had a feeling it was going to happen. Like I said, I was ready and willing to give them that first half, and then get the lead and blow it out in the second half, the way they did against Miami. Hard to do that when you go down 28 points, right? So now it's just going to have to be a second half blowout. I mean, a second half comeback. Can they do it? I think they're capable of doing it. Will they do it? Time will tell, because they haven't given us any signs that that's going to happen. JA3, what's up, Jay? Jay said, what in the world is going on here? Jeez, is it the Cali to New York to Texas flag? Has to be. It has to be. That 5-game West Coast road trip, flying back to New York for 1 game, flying back towards the West to Texas. Like, that's tough schedule-wise. Sure, the human element of it, yeah, the professional basketball players, you got to show up, you got to play the games, no excuses, all that stuff. But, like, there's only so much travel the human body can have before your legs turn to jelly. I don't know how much you guys have traveled before, but I know I took a flight. It was like a 3-hour flight. And then I got off that flight and was like, damn, I need a nap. You know, like, You're just tired. You're just tired. That does not mean you should be down 20 points to San Antonio Spurs missing Wemby and Fox. You can't do that. If they were down 10 at halftime, I'd be like, you know what? They were missing a bunch of shots. Towns is hurt. No Brunson. All the excuses. Yada yada. But you're down 26. You're down 26. There's no excuses for that. What are you doing? Pick up your play. That's the only thing I can say. It's the only thing. You got to hit the play better button. You got to hit the play better button. Carl said, with this much of a deficit, you got to blame the coaching staff, period. There's no excuses for it. I mean, it's 1 of 82. You have all the context of all the weird schedule stuff. 28 down is 28 down, though. Like, there's no excuses for that. I'm trying to help them out. I'm trying to give them, they've been on the road a lot, guys. It's difficult. I'm trying to give them all of that. But it's hard when you were down 28 points. You can't be down 28 points to anybody in the league, especially a team that's significantly inferior to you. They're just outplaying you, like, to the max. I don't have much of analysis outside of that. MBM said, come back? Yes, we can. I appreciate the positivity, MBM. I appreciate you. Isaiah Gardner. I'm not worried about playing the Pistons. They got a lot of height and athleticism, but they have no playoff experience, and a couple of mid players, including Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Harris. Yeah, I'm not worried about Harris, not worried about Tim Hardaway Jr. We'll see if Beasley's going to be able to keep up his exceptional shooting from this year into the playoffs when you can focus in a little bit more on him as the series goes on. But you're going to have to go through Cade Cunningham and a very physical team. But outside of that, with no Jaden Ivey, they're going to struggle. They're going to struggle. So I'm not too worried about the Pistons. A lot of people worried about the Pistons don't watch a whole lot of Pistons. You know, don't get caught up in the hype machine. AP said, look for whatever gets Tibbs removed from this team shaken up because I don't like this group. I said it all last year. I said it all year. Yeah, you've been very consistent, AP, all year. We know how you feel, brother. You've been very loud and very consistent all year. You do not like this team. And I get it. I've never been a big fan of Karl-Anthony Towns personally, but now that he's a Knick, I got to root for the guy, so I'm just going to root for him. And if you ask me who do you prefer, Mikal Bridges or Donte DiVincenzo, I'm going to prefer Donte DiVincenzo. Now, that's just me. But he's no longer wearing a Knicks jersey. Mikal Bridges is, so I'm going to root for the guy. So I'm just going to root that way. That's it. That's it. That's my whole, this is the team, I'm going to root for the team. As far as improvements come the offseason, don't expect anything major. Don't expect anything major. Even from the coaching staff. Don't expect a major move from the coaching staff. They would rather give Tom Thibodeau one more year if he very much underperforms in the playoffs this year versus blowing up the team and trading off a bunch of pieces. Tom Thibodeau will be the head coach of the team going into next year. Football, hashtag sports. What's up, football? My name is Stevie from Dominica. Something is wrong. Something is very wrong. When you're down 28 points to a bad Spurs team missing their two best players and their head coach, something is very wrong. Too Toxic said, OG, Hart, Bridges, McBride are talented enough. Why can't they mount the comeback? Knicks either underachieve or overachieve, so unpredictable. Yeah, it's tough. It's very tough. Very tough. It's very frustrating as well. So I understand why people are frustrated. I understand it, right? I'm going to try to talk y'all off the ledge. I say it all the time. I feel like that's my role here. That's why y'all are in here. I'm going to try to talk y'all off the ledge, but I get it. I get it. Hattie said, Spock, analysis. Captain, we sucking tonight. It is rough out there. It is rough right now. Michael Rogers said, we lack consistency. Yeah, that could very much just kind of sum up the last 6 quarters for the Knicks. A pretty up and down first half against the Heat, a dominant second half, a bad first half against the Spurs here, and we'll see what kind of second half they have. Hattie said, Dolan said nobody's moving. Yeah, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Team is successful. Team is going to be really good. Team has championship expectations for the first time since 2013. So 12 years, over a decade. James Dolan not messing any of that up. He's not messing any of that up. AP said, I like the franchise, I just don't like the particular group and how they approach the game. I get it. I get it. AP said, you're probably right about that, unfortunately. Oh, I know I'm right. I know I'm right. They are not moving Tom Thibodeau at the end of the year, even if he underachieves. If he underachieves, this is what's going to happen. He's going to go into next season. He's going to be under the microscope. He's going to be on the hot seat, and he's going to finish out the season because very well-run franchises don't fire coaches in the middle of the season. So that's not happening. He will be the head coach of the team next year. He will have the full year, and that will be reevaluated at the end of next year. It just kind of feels like we're giving away years when we know Tom Thibodeau is probably not the guy to take us over this last hump. He's got us right to the spot where we needed to be, and then you got to get over the hump to be a championship team. And I don't think Tom Thibodeau's ever been the guy to get over the hump, to get the team to the next level, right? Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe he'll figure it out. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. DCL Love, what's up, DCL? Cue the comeback. I hope so. I hope so, man. Comeback would be incredible tonight. Would be incredible. Gigi said, in the meantime, Obi seems to have gotten his head straight and is doing his thing. I mean, look, man, it's not a coincidence that Obi Toppin always tends to hoop come March and April. And I will leave it at that. I will leave it at that. He's having a good stretch. Obi Toppin is a good role player. Good guy off the bench to have. But that is all he is. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? This is crazy. Who's center tomorrow? Mitch back-to-back is why he isn't playing much. I can't agree with that, Yak, because he is not playing tomorrow. He doesn't play back-to-backs. So if that's the case, he's going to have 2 days off. And if he has 2 days off, he's not cleared to play back-to-back. So he is not playing tomorrow. So that means he should be able to just play his 20-plus minutes tonight. How do you play Precious Achiuwa more minutes than Mitchell Robinson in the first half? How does that happen? It is an idiotic coaching move. There's no defending that. There's no defending playing Precious Achiuwa the way he has played tonight over Mitchell Robinson the way he has played tonight. Very clearly, one player has been far more impactful than the other. Now, maybe that doesn't amount to nothing. Maybe it's still a 20-point blowout in the first half. But at least I can justify that and not be able to talk about what a poor decision that is. Mitchell Robinson is not playing tomorrow. He is not. He's not cleared for back-to-backs. He's not going to play back-to-backs the whole season, right? You obviously don't have back-to-backs in the playoffs. So if that's the case, he was either going to play tonight or play tomorrow night, but he's not playing both nights. If that's the case, play him the regular amount of minutes. You played him 24 minutes against the Heat, and he only gets like 7 minutes in the first half tonight, while Precious Achiuwa also gets 7 minutes. How does that make sense? Yeah, they both got 7 minutes in the first half. How does that make sense? It doesn't. It doesn't. Yak said, remember, it's good Brunson is hurt. Nonsense. I mean, there's good and bad to it. The good thing is the Knicks need to figure out a way to play outside of Jalen Brunson. We talked about how as the season has gone on, they got more and more and more reliant onto Jalen Brunson. Obviously, you don't want to see a player getting hurt, but the silver lining in it is that the Knicks will learn how to play without Jalen Brunson. It'll get Bridges going, which it has. Anunoby gets to be more aggressive. Towns gets to play as the focal point for a little bit. Gets McBride more minutes. All of the things, those are positives. The negative is that you don't have your best player. And that's a huge negative. And it's rearing its head tonight because if Jalen Brunson's out there, you're not going down 28 points in the first half. It's not happening with Jalen Brunson in the game. Kay Hazy said, I'm probably the only one who thinks this is a good thing. Step up your game, Knicks. Step your game up. Why do you say it's a good thing, K-Hazy? I don't know if this is a good thing. I don't know if getting blown out by 28 is ever a good thing. David said, shaking my head with this team. Yeah, it's a rough night. It's a rough night. Chi-Chi said, at the end of the day, Knicks tried to fix something that wasn't broken. No, they had to, Chi-Chi. They had to. Hartenstein left for nothing. At that point, you had no center. Mitchell Robinson was out until March. You were going to start Jericho Sims. You were going to go into the season, start Jericho Sims, and be like, no, we're good until Mitchell Robinson comes back. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. As a team-building concept, as a team that fancies themselves, that can win a championship or at least compete for a championship in the prime of Jalen Brunson's career, you can't do that. And if you were going to at some point make another star trade, It made the most sense to make it this past offseason with the contract and the second apron constraints that they were about to be under. So they got all their contracts in a row, which is why you made the Towns trade at the time in which you made it, because it was going to get increasingly more difficult later on down the line. That trade was not going to be, the only time that trade was going to be available was this past summer. Now, if you were like, hey, just throw away this season and be another team with no championship aspirations and start Jericho Sims at center and then maybe try to trade for Walker Kessler or another center, there was no trade for another center out there. Walker Kessler, Nick Richards, Mark Williams, like those are your options. Was that going to be better? No, you were going to be a mediocre, underperforming team. They didn't try to fix something that wasn't broken. It was broken. Hartenstein broke it. That team no longer existed. It blew up because he left. There is no replacing him. Mitch Robinson was out till March. They needed a center. This was the guy. This was the path they decided to go down because it puts everything in a row. They can remain under the second apron for now while bringing in a all-star starting center that can modernize the way they play by playing 5 out. That's why you make that deal. It's future-proof. You're future-proofing your team. AP said if they get booed, Dolan will order a move. I don't think so. One, I don't think they'll get booed. And two, Dolan's not doing nothing. If you watched his interview in the Roommates pod, he talked about how happy he was to finally find a guy in Leon Rose to make sure this team is relevant again. So, it's not happening. It's not happening. I know you want him to step in and think that he's the boogeyman and he's going to make crazy changes. That man has not stepped in since like 2012. It's been over a decade since he's really stepped in and demanded any sort of crazy changes. AP said Tibbs is a good assistant coach. That's what he is. He's too one-track minded. Coach has got to be flexible. Tom Thibodeau's not flexible. He's too one-track minded. Very good coach, not a great coach. Towns has it up top, gets it over to McBride. Starts the second half here. McBride a step back 3, airballs it. That's not a good sign. That's not what you want to see. Not what you want to see. First shot of the half. It's not what you want to see. Yak said he is coach this year, and I expect to win the chip. This is a good team with Brunson. I'm with you, Yak. I'm with you, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Are the Knicks in a zone? As Vassell knocks down a 3. Disgusting. Are the Knicks in a zone? Is that what I saw? Did I see a 3-2 zone? Is Tom Thibodeau waving the white flag? You never see a zone from the Knicks. Did I see that correctly? There's no way. I didn't see that correctly. I didn't see it. Bridges come to the basket. Good pass from McBride. Great finish from Mikal Bridges. Gets the layup to go. Spurs are bringing it down the other way. Chris Paul on the left wing being guarded by Bridges. Coming to his left off the Sohan screen. Back up top to Castle. Dancing with it. Coming to his left. Puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. And an offensive foul on Stephon Castle. Made contact with Anunoby's face. Anunoby goes down holding his face. Michael Brown. What's up, Michael? The Knicks need to choke them in the second half. Well, we'll see if they're going to be capable of it. Yak said, don't you see why they waited for Mitch? I mean, Mitch was fantastic in the first half, man. AB said, iHeart leaving destroyed this team. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. If iHeart agrees to come back to the Knicks, they don't make any of these crazy moves. Maybe they make the Bridges move, but outside of that, you're just adding Mikal Bridges to the team. You're not trading anybody. They only traded picks. That's it. You're able to keep DiVincenzo. You bring in Bridges. McBride knocks down a 3. He gets a nice friendly bounce off of the back of the rim, bounces up and back down. All right, get this to 15, and I might be interested, Knicks. Get this to 15. This is a young Spurs team. Yes, they got some veterans in Barnes and Chris Paul, but both of those guys, much later in their career, 30s. Chris Paul, pushing 40. Sohan, a mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Towns a rebound. Nice to see Towns back out there. I know his hand was hurting. Josh Hart bringing it down. Hits McBride. Ball gets knocked loose. He's able to come out and recover. He pump fakes, driving to his right, going all the way to the basket. Ball gets knocked out of his hands, and it's off of McBride. Y'all got to protect the ball, man. The Spurs are just slapping it out of their hands all night long. All night long. From everybody. Castle goes to the basket. Gets fouled, gets another and one. Anunoby coming over for a block. He got his hand on it, but Castle, with the athleticism, able to just hold on to it and hang in the air. So Anunoby bumps him with the body, even though he got the block clean up top, bumps him with the body. And because he's hanging in the air, Anunoby takes his hand away. That's when Stephon Castle finally releases it. Ball goes in and one. Yet again. Yet again. Castle does miss the free throw. Love miss free throws from our opponents, especially when you're down 24. McBride over to Towns. Towns has it up top, driving to his right. Spins, puts up the little floater. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Josh Hart got his fingertips on it. Can't grab it. And they're just leaving Josh Hart absolutely butt naked wide open. And Towns is not giving him the ball because he's like, what are you going to do? Shoot another air ball, Josh Hart? Towns would rather go 2-on-1. As the Spurs turn it over, Bridges cutting, slicing, and dicing through the defense, gets his own and one. Going to the foul line for one more. Get it to 15, and I might be interested, Knicks. Get it to 15, and you might hear some excitement return back to my voice. Gigi said, you start the quarter with an air ball, and it's okay in the inept coach's eyes. I mean, it's one play, big dog. What are you going to do? Call a timeout after a missed shot? You can't be so emotional, big dog. You can't be so emotional. You got to put your big boy pants on tonight. Tonight is not for the weak. Tonight is not for the weak. Castle bringing it down. Bridges did knock down the free throw. Thank you, Mikhail. Castle has it up top. One more defensive stop, one more score, and I might be slightly interested. Get it over to Castle, driving to the basket. Kicks it out Barnes, the right corner three. He's wide open. Can't get it to go. Sohan an offensive rebound. Ball bounced right to him. Sohan's going to bring it out. Tries to get it over to Chris Paul. Anunoby jumped the passing lane. Yes, sir. Gets fouled by Chris Paul. There you go, OG. Nothing easy. Nothing easy. It's got to come one stop at a time, baby. One stop at a time. Mark with a C said, I'm watching a slow death. It's got to come one stop at a time. All right? There's no 20-point shot. You got to be able to watch this and have hope. You got to be optimistic about your team. McBride gets fouled by Castle. I mean by Vassell. Gets fouled by Vassell. AP said, All Ball TV, where is going, he's going to destroy Tibbs. I mean, look, we talked about it in that first quarter. The Knicks generated good open looks that they normally, like that's the shot that they want to generate. And they missed every single one of them. Towns has it along the right baseline, bully balling his way to the basket, gets the righty layup to go. Use that off arm. They didn't call it. Thank goodness. But it's now a 19-point game. They got it under 20. Another stop, another score. Keep it under 20 now. Don't let it get back to that. Kick it out to Castle. Driving to his left on Josh Hart. Gets to the basket. Scoop layup with the right hand. Put too much English on it. Can't get the finish. Josh Hart secures a nice strong rebound. He's pushing it the other way. Josh Hart, Euro stepping down the lane. Takes contact. Puts up the floater. Gets it to go. And a timeout from the Spurs. 17. Okay, they're chipping away at it. Chipping away at it. Cool. Mark said chip away. You're chipping away at it. Okay. Like I said, get it to 15 and I might start to get a little excited again. I might. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Under 9 to go. Under 9 to go. 17. Okay. Here we go. K Hazy. Good run. Good run. We'll see how they respond after this timeout. MBM said, let's go Knicks. We believe. Gotta believe. Gotta believe. That's why you watch the game, man. That's why you watch the game. This ain't 2K. You can't just simulate to the end when you don't like the way the game started. They put themselves in this situation. You got to be able to bring yourself out of it. It's big boy basketball now. Now it's big boy. Now it's time to be a fan. Now it's time to be a big fan, right? An adult. Be an adult out here. Be a fan. All right? Root for your team. Come on. Get to the finish line. It's possible. It's damn possible. Kwame Robertson, what's up, Kwame? I'm just checking in, and this is crazy. It absolutely is crazy. This is absolutely an insane night. Down by as many as 28 points to a San Antonio Spurs team without their head coach, without Wemby, and without De'Aaron Fox. Jeez Louise, dude. Angel A1 Jerome and Angel said possible. Possible. It's possible. Now, will they do it? Time will tell. I don't know. But it's possible. We've seen crazier things in the NBA. 25-26 said Knicks going to come back and win. It's modern day basketball, man. It's modern day basketball. Anything is possible. The pace is fast. The shots can come in a flurry. Anything is possible. Carl said, crawl before you walk before you run before you fly. Let's go Knicks. One step at a time, Carl. One step at a time. Chip away at it. Gigi said, I have to be emotional. You don't understand more than 3 decades expecting greatness. Every single NBA had gotten their fair share, but why can't we? Because you're a grown man, Chi-Chi. You're a grown man. You're capable of not being emotional in times where you need to be an adult, right? And this is time to be an adult fan. It's not time to go back to when you were 13 years old. You could be emotional as a 20-year-old fan. When you get older, this is when you, all right, let me put my adult pants on. Let me lock in, because this is what I need the Knicks to do. I need the Knicks to also lock in. So in order for them to lock in, I got to lock in first as a fan. Y'all better come back and make this a game at least. Don't get embarrassed tonight. Don't get embarrassed. Don't lose by 20 plus. Don't go down by as many as 28. It already happened. But now make the comeback. Now make the story, hey, you know what? We went down. We were tired. We were slack-jawed. We were exhausted. Come back. Come back then, right? Like I said, you put yourselves in this situation. And as an adult, we all know what happens. We put ourselves in messy situations sometimes. And it sucks. But you always find a way out of it. Tonight, the Knicks got to have that mentality. Chip away at it, like a lot of you said. One step at a time. As the Knicks calls yet another turnover, Anunoby bringing it down. It's a 3-on-2. He's going to bully ball his way to the basket. Gets blocked, but Bridges right there for the offensive rebound and putback. Okay. 15-point game, y'all. 15. I said get it to 15. I might start to feel something a little bit. They got it to 15. Let's see if they can keep it going. Chris Paul has it by the half-court line. He picked his dribble up, and the Knicks are denying the ball. And they get it out to Harrison Barnes, finally. Barnes has it with 5 to go on the shot clock, and he chucks up a 3 as Josh Hart had his hands on Harrison Barnes. They call the foul on the floor, though. They catch a little bit of a break. Mike, what's up, Mike? MBM said, stand on business. Smack these bums. I can't say it any better than that, man. I can't say it any better than that. MBM said 45 to 15 third quarter is needed. I mean, they did it against the Heat. The Spurs are not the Heat. But is it possible? We've seen it happen. So Vassell has it on the right wing, attacking, goes right into Josh Hart. And a foul, and they're going to get a blocking foul on Josh Hart. Not a charge, a blocking foul. And they're going to send Vassell to the foul line for 2 free throws. Nick Yak said, the players that we are playing look good and playing hard. Don't cry every loss when this is our best record in 23 years. I like it, Yak. I like it a lot. As Vassell misses a free throw, okay, I'm getting a little excited. Spurs are missing free throws. That's always a good sign for your team to make a comeback. Missed free throws, you got to love it. You got to love when your opponents misses free throws. I love it. I know you guys love it. But as far as the players playing hard, they've been playing hard all night. The Spurs are young, playing fast, which is obviously something we know that the Knicks struggle with, teams that play fast, because they want to play slow in the half court, and they're without their best player. They've been on the road forever. So Towns steps back for a right wing 3, knocks it down, y'all. Knocks it down. A 13-point game. What do you know? It is a 13-point game. You got to just chip away at the lead, y'all. You got to just chip away at it. There's no 20-point shot as Anunoby fouls Vassell as he was going to the basket. PJ Tucker's up off his feet. He's feeling it. He's in the game. He's into the game right now. Mark said, keep chipping. Keep chipping. Get it to single digits. All of a sudden, pressure gets put on the young Spurs team. 13-point game. Some of them already looking a little like, oh, hold on. What happened? We had a 28-point lead. It's 13 now? Hold on. Is it a game? It's a game again? What's going on? Let's see. I mean, they got veterans out there. They got Chris Paul. They got Harrison Barnes. As Castle driving it down, gets it back to Barnes. Barnes trying to draw the foul, throws up an air ball. Anunoby with the rebound. Good defense from OG Anunoby. Spurs, once you start flopping like that, you know you're feeling the pressure. They get it in the Bridges, in the post, being guarded by Chris Paul, backing him doan. They bring a double team, pulls it back out, cross-court pass to Anunoby. Pump fakes, now driving to his right, goes to the basket, lefty layup, gets it to go. It's an 11-point game, y'all. Chip away at it. It's 11. Chi-Chi, 20-3 run. That's what I'm saying, Chi-Chi. A 19-3 one. 19-3 run. They just put it up on the screen. Come on. Like I said, where's the positivity? Some of y'all are doom and gloom, ready to cry in the corner. You got to be an adult. We're all adults in this room. I look at the analytics. Majority of you guys are 25 to 34. So I know y'all are adults. As they force a good defense possession there, they force another missed shot. They kick it out. Anunoby wide open left corner 3. Single-digit game, baby. Single-digit game, baby. Knock me down. Of course, timeout from the Spurs. 8-point game. Like I said, stick with it. Chip away at it. This team got heart. Who's talking about no heart on this team? We come out immediately in the second half. Make it a game again. Come on, we was just playing around with them in the first half. We said we want to challenge here tonight. Tonight's going to be too easy. We want to challenge. Come on, man. Come on. Some people out here in the chat crying. I'm trying to tell you. Watch how the game plays out. This is not 2K. You don't just simulate to the end because, oh, I don't like the way the game started out. No, man, we got 24 minutes of basketball. Put your big boy pants on and let's go out there and hoop. This is a team of grown men. Come on, man. Come on. David said young at heart. I look at the analytics. There's like 10% of y'all in here who are 14 to 21. 10%. There's like 10% of y'all. Or no, it's what is it? What is the range? 16 to 25, I believe. It goes in like 10-year increments. Goes in decades. Something like that. Majority of y'all are in your 30s and 40s. So I know you're adults. You're grown men and women in there, in the chat tonight. So I know y'all have seen crazier things in the NBA happen. We gonna be all right. Now going down 28, there's no excuse for that. Losing, okay, we can excuse that because we understand all the context behind it. We've talked about it all night. Going down 28, I get why y'all are gonna be upset in the chat and disappointed, and we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna let you guys be that way because it makes sense. As fans, it's gonna make sense. But at some point, you gotta go, you know what? Ball up top, let's hoop. Right? When something goes wrong in your life, what do you say? I got to put my head down, grin and bear it because I put myself in this situation and we going to get through it. What do the Knicks do? All right, we put ourselves in this situation. We're going to put our heads down. We're going to put the work in because we're a damn good basketball team and we're going to come back into the game. Now, all they need to do is win it because then this whole speech goes out the window. And this whole speech goes out the window. Now they got to win it because now they're back into it. Now it's a single-digit game. It's an 8-point game. We're right back into it. Come on, man. Come on. Kent Neal, what's up, Kent? Ricardo said, hope they got something left in the fourth. I mean, it doesn't even look like they're expending themselves all that much. I hope when the bench comes in that we don't throw it all away. I think we're going to be all right, though. I think we're going to be all right. We've only played half of the third quarter, and it's an 8-point game already, so. Mike said, how much does Wemby have? Wemby's out. Wemby's been out. He's got the blood clot in the shoulder, so he's been out for a while. He's done. Keen Hart said, okay, next time we down, I just got to go to Whole Foods and bam. Absolutely, Keen Hart. Absolutely. Just make the trip outside to Whole Foods real quick, come back to the crib, and we're going to be right back into it. AP said, as long as we win by 1 with 0, I don't care. No business being down 28 to this team. Absolutely. A win is a win. Don't go down 28. No one wants to see that against any team. We could be going up against OKC tonight. I don't want to see you down 28. But once you go down 28, ball up top, man. Ball up top. Vassell gets into the lane, knocks down a little fall-away jump over McBride. Good defense. Good contest. Didn't matter. Vassell knocked it down anyway. Okay. But now it's a game again. It's a 10-point game. We got this. Josh Hart gets it over to Towns. Towns being guarded by Champagnie. Backing him down. Picks his dribble up. Kicks it out to McBride. McBride being guarded by Vassell. Cover 2 is right off the screen. Stepping back. Hesitation move. Driving to his left. In the foul line. Stops, turns, pivots, kicks it out, Bridges, and you got to get that shot up, McBride. I know the ball slipped out of your hands for a second there, but you got to get that shot up. Kicked it out the last second to Bridges. Shot clock violation. Got to be a point guard out there. Got to get a shot up. Under 6 to go. Forgot to restart this time. My goodness, I'm a full minute behind. Vassell has it up top, gets it over to Sohan. Sohan hands it off to Johnson. Johnson over to Vassell. Vassell gets it over to Paul. Paul on the right wing. Paul looking to isolate against McBride. Coming to his right, loses the ball. Ball is loose, out of bounds, going back to the Knicks. Another turnover. Calls in yet another turnover. AP said 14 to 21, then they've never seen good basketball. Yeah, and yet there's still Knicks fans. right? So all of y'all complaining, oh, I've seen too much trauma as a Knicks fan. There are Knicks fans who came up being Knicks fans, never seeing a good Knicks team, and yet they're still diehard fans. Y'all got to toughen up. It's harder to be a fan of a team that's already bad. Y'all started being fans when they were good, when they had a legacy to fall back on. Towns attacking the basket, loses the ball. You got to be strong with the ball, Towns. Got to be strong with the ball. Here come the young Spurs pushing it the other way. Puts it above glass, gets it to go. Keldon Johnson, tough shot. Just flipped up at the basket looking for a foul call. Didn't get the foul call, but he did end up with the basket. Bridges bringing it down. Over the top pass to Towns. Driving to his left on Sohan. Bullying ball his way to the basket. Blows the layup. Good rim to turns from Keldon Johnson. Missed the layup. And Sohan's down on the floor hurting. So now it's a 5-on-4. Chris Paul has it on the right wing. Coming to his right off the screen. McBride switches onto him. Paul coming to his left. Driving it down in the lane. Kicks it out the last second to Champagnie. Anunoby right there. Now over to Vassell. Anunoby switches onto him. Swings it over to Sohan on the right wing. He hits the guy they want shooting. And he bricks another three. Can't get any of them to go down. McBride with the rebound. Here comes Bridges. Bridges has it up top. Over to Hart. Now back to Bridges. Bridges coming to his left off a Town screen. Driving it down. Leaning in. Pump fakes. Kicks it out to McBride. Finds an open spot in the right corner. Good player movement. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart able to grab the offensive rebound. Inside the Bridges. Puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. And a foul on Sohan. Pushing Karl-Anthony Towns. Trying to box him out. Patrick Thomas. What's up, Patrick? We need Warren and Brown and send Shaman and Wright to the G League. That's not really how the G League works, Patrick. It's not really how the G League. You can't just send guys to the G League. The reason why TJ Warren's with the G League is because he signed a G League contract. Moses Brown is down there because none of the 29 other teams outside of the Knicks as well have decided to scoop him up. He had a 10-day contract with the Mavs, played great. And then they were like, hey, man, thanks for your service. He also had a good game with, what was the other team? He had another good game with the other team. And they were like, hey, man, thanks for your time. Thanks for your 10-day contract. See you later. No team wants him. Why? I don't know. Bridges driving it down against contact. Throws it out of bounds at the last second. Thinking McBride was going to stay on the left wing. He was moving back to the top of the key. Turns it over. Don't need turnovers right now, Knicks. We don't need turnovers. 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Get it to single digits going into the fourth, and it's a basketball game. Right now it's 12. We had it at 8. Get it back to 8, at least. Johnson in the lane, puts up a high arcing shot over Robinson. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Robinson. The ball gets knocked all the way out to the half-court line. Keldon Johnson gets the back on the left wing. Can't get the three to go. Robinson able to grab the rebound over Biyombo. And now here comes Bridges. Bridges over to McBride. Back to Bridges. Bridges on the left wing. Has it in the post. Against Keldon Johnson. Backing him down. And Keldon Johnson picks his pocket. Come on, Bridges. Keldon Johnson's going to... Or is that Johnson? That's not Keldon Johnson. Is that Malachi Branham? I think that's Branham. Now they kick it out to Champagnie off the offensive rebound, lines up the three and gets it to go. The Knicks don't get back on defense fast enough. Tom Thibodeau, you can't play them the whole third quarter when you're going to need them in the fourth quarter, brother. You know, part of the reason why guys didn't hustle all the way back, they played this whole third quarter. Maybe get Shaman in there. Maybe get Payne in there. Maybe go deeper into your bench. Hell, I'd even appreciate Precious Achiuwa out there. Back to 15. Come on, yo. Come on. Like I said, I was giving this great speech when you cut it to 8. I was giving a great speech. And then the Spurs subbed out some guys, put the bench guys in, and then all of a sudden, the bench guys got some energy. You know who don't got the same level of energy? Your starters, you've played the whole third quarter. You know, like, it's the reason why you got a bench. Can't play them the whole third quarter because you know you're probably going to look to play the whole fourth quarter. Keenan Hart said, man, I got to go back to Whole Foods. We're going the wrong way. Yeah. Patrick said, so when can they come up? They can come up at any point. There are literally 29 other teams who had the opportunity to bring up TJ Warren, who's been hooping in the G League, or bring up Moses Brown, who's been hooping in the G League. Literally, all 30 NBA teams were like, no, we're good. We're good. You don't think that that's not a sign that maybe time has passed them by, especially TJ Warren, he's older? Shout out TJ Warren. Maybe he can give you minutes. Maybe. Nobody's picked up those guys. Why do you think that is? All 30 teams could have called up any of those guys at any time. None of them did. None of them did. Here we go. Under 3 to go. Anunoby has it up top. Gets it over to Hart. Josh Hart. Back to Anunoby. Anunoby being guarded by Johnson. Driving to his right. Leaves it off for Josh Hart in the paint. Pump fake. Spins. Kicks it out. McBride. Extra pass to Bridges. Bridges shoves it over to Anunoby. Wide open left corner 3. OG. Comes up short. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Robinson. Josh Hart. Can't grab it. Johnson flips it over to Branham. Branham bringing it down. Back to Johnson. Johnson on the left wing. Catches pump fakes. Now driving all the way to the basket. A lot of contact. Gets fouled. And Keldon Johnson's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Carl said Tibbs' Achilles heel, rotations. And that's arguably one of the most important jobs of a head coach. It's definitely the most important job of a head coach during a game. The most important job is for him to manage the rotations. And it's Tom Thibodeau's, it's something from Tom Thibodeau that he has been absolutely horrendous at his entire NBA career as a head coach. Absolutely horrendous at it. Chi-Chi said, why do they go away from what is working? I don't understand. 20-3 run, moving the ball, and they forget how to ball. I mean, they were moving the ball. They got some decent looks. Couldn't knock it down. Another thing that changed is the Spurs subbed in some more defensive-minded guys. Got him in the game. Got old-ass Chris Paul out of the game. Got Harrison Barnes out of the game. Got Keldon Johnson in the game. Got Malachi Branham in the game. Changed the pace of the game again. It's not that they got away from it. It's just that the Spurs changed up what was going, and so you can't play that lineup the exact same way. And yet Tom Thibodeau was like, hey, how come we can't just do the exact same thing as Josh Hart just gets out-hustled by Julian Champagnie. Missed free throw, and Josh Hart can't grab the rebound, can't box out Champagnie, and then is forced to foul him, is going to send him back to the foul line. Jules, the Knicks artist. What's up, Jules? So Champagnie's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Knocks them both down. You were making your move, and then a 10-0 run over the last 4 minutes for the Spurs. Shamet is in the game for Anunoby, not for Josh Hart, who he should be in the game for. McBride lines up a straightaway 3, and he rattles it in. Okay, Deuce. Okay. Hart said, Deuce finally switching after getting in the Manscaped. Yes, yes. Deuce got a need below the waist in the section where no one wants to be need. And he did knock down that 3. Champagnie forces the pass down low to Bismack Biyombo. He was not ready for it. The Knicks pushing the other way. Bridges a pull-up 3 in transition, can't get it to go. That would have went a nice long way. Cut it back to 12. Instead, it's still 15. 83-68 with a minute and a half to go. I wanted single digits going into the fourth quarter. Knicks going to have a big task on their hands to start that fourth. Vassell has it up top, spinning to his left, coming off the Biyombo screen, snaking it back to his right hand. A foul line pull-up jumper comes up short. And out of bounds off of Johnson. El Tigre said, let the Deuce loose. I'm more concerned that Tom Thibodeau played the starting 5 outside of Mitchell Robinson and Towns the whole third quarter here. The whole third quarter. Bridges driving it down, kicks it out to Shamet. Shamet coming to his left, gets to the baseline to pull-up jumper. Gets a nice friendly bounce. He came up short, but got a nice friendly bounce as it dropped down. 13-point game. 13-point game. Not insurmountable for a fourth quarter comeback. Get another stop and another score. Keep chipping away at it. Vassell driving to his left in the paint. Leaves it off. Now over to Biyombo. Biyombo gets blocked by Josh Hart, who came absolutely out of nowhere. That's the hustle we need to get back into it, Josh, who's had another terrible night offensively. Has Josh Hart scored? I don't think so. I don't think so. Josh Hart tonight, 2 points. He has scored. He's got 2 points, 7 boards, 7 assists. Don't think he's particularly had a very good game, but he's hustling. Vassell on the right wing, dribbles to a deep pull-up mid-range jumper, can't get it to go, and an offensive foul on Vassell, kicking the legs out. And they call the offensive foul. You don't see that called as often anymore. Good contest from Shamet, good hustle from Shamet. Hart said, Hart is playing hard, but not smart, as Clyde says. Yeah. I mean, it's not really his fault. Tibbs is just not putting him in a great position. McBride's going to bring it down against Branham. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Knicks down by 13. McBride kicks over to Bridges. Bridges along the right baseline, picks a dribble up, kicks it back out to McBride. McBride calling for a screen. Coming to his left off the Robinson screen, got some space, leaning in, gets to the mid-range, a pull-up jumper. Deuce McBride rattles it in. 11-point game. 11-point comeback going into the fourth quarter. Not terrible. Not terrible. I wanted single digits, but 11's not too far off. McBride jumped the passing lane and tried to come up with a steal. Good effort from McBride, doesn't get it. Branham has it up top, coming to his left off the Biyombo screen. Stepping through, leaves it off for Biyombo, a turnover. The Knicks have time, pushing it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart coming down the lane, Euro stepping, loses it, and it's going to be a turnover. Come on, Josh. We had an opportunity, cut it to 9, and we would have got to the single digits goal that I had. But 11's not terrible. 11's not terrible. Keenan said 11 is at least doable. That's where I'm at, Keenan. 11's doable. We've seen 11-point comebacks in a quarter, right? The Knicks just kind of had one. They were down 23 at halftime, and now they're down 11. So they made a 12-point comeback. That's literally exactly what they have to do here in the third quarter. They won the quarter by 12. They got to win the quarter by at least 12 again here in the fourth. It's possible. It's possible. Omar Murray, what's up, Omar? No easy wins in the NBA. That is what they say. That is indeed what they say. People do be saying that. No easy wins in the NBA. You got to come out and play. Everybody's a professional, especially a team led by Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. They got some veterans on there, young players. Stephon Castle is the leader in the club room, in the house to win Rookie of the Year. He's capable. Vassell's a good role player. He's been in the league for a while now. Capable. Keldon Johnson's a veteran. Capable. So they got NBA. It's not like they're not playing NBA players. They got NBA players. Yes, they're down their two best players and their head coach, and you shouldn't have been down by 28. Hell, you shouldn't have been down by 20. Hell, you shouldn't have been down by 15, let's be honest, against this Spurs team. But you were. That was the reality we are now in. So I'm going to need y'all to step up, get this 11-point comeback here in the fourth quarter and pull this one out. And then we could all go away being like, that was a weird-ass game, but they grinded it out. And that's where you want to be. Just grind it out now. Jewel said, hope is not lost. Knicks can do this, but they got to be smart about it. Yes, being smart about it is the most important thing, and I don't think Tom Thibodeau was all that smart about it in that third quarter. Played the starters. Anunoby got a breather. Towns got a breather. Robinson and Shamet came into play. Don't expect to see Precious Achiuwa in the second half. It's crazy he got 7 minutes in the first half, and then Tom Thibodeau was like, okay, I can't play him in the second half. It's like, you didn't see that in the first 3-4 minutes he was out there? Crazy. Crazy substitutions from Tom Thibodeau. I'm still in disbelief that Precious Achiuwa got 7 first-half minutes when he was absolutely horrendous. He was horrendous. All right, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Come on, Knicks. Started off strong. Started off strong. Keenan Hart said, if Castle goes all Kobe on his shooting work ethic in the offseason, look out. I mean, the shot, it doesn't look broken by any means. So it just practice, repetition, maybe cleaning up some of the small impurities on it and just getting shots up, man. Getting shots up. Doesn't look broken at all. Looks pretty smooth, to be honest. Some of the mid-range shots he's pulled up from, it's just not consistent. The athleticism and the finishing ability is crazy. So I think he definitely has star potential on him. Knicks jumping passing lanes now. Ball knocked out of bounds. Going to stay with the Spurs. MBM said jet lag win. Character building in progress. Yes. Yes. Keldon Johnson over the top to Champagnie. Champagnie over to Branham. Oh, no, that's Blake Wesley. I've been calling him Malachi Branham all night long. That's Blake Wesley. And Castle pushes, Biyombo, send the screen, pushes off on Shamet. Offensive foul. He missed Castle misses the pull-up jumper anyway, but it's a turnover. Legal screen by Biyombo. So now Campaign bringing it down. Campaign does get minutes. I said before the quarter started, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Campaign at all, but Campaign does start the fourth quarter here. Over to Anunoby. Anunoby kicks it out to Payne. Payne over the top to Shamet. Wide open left wing 3. Line me up. Landry Shamet. Shamet would have been huge, man. Would have been huge. And then a foul on Anunoby. What is that? Anunoby's fourth foul? Come on, OG. We need you, brother. We need you. 25-26 said, just realized this is the last Western Conference team we gotta face on the road. Yes. No more trips out west. We are done. We are done with the West Coast. That's only Anunoby's third foul. Wesley over to Mamu Kalashvili, over to Castle. Castle gets fouled. Castle gets it into Mamukelashvili. Hands it off to Castle. Castle coming to his right. Back to Mamukelashvili. Catches. Pump fakes. Robinson goes for the pump fake, and he gets an open lane of the basket for a one-handed slam. No one stepping in on help side. Robinson going flying for the pump fake. Here we go. Josh Hart bringing it down. Gets his pocket picked by Champagnie. Gets it over to Mamukelashvili. And then he fouls Mamukelashvili for an easy 1-and-1 coming the other way. Josh, brother. What do we say? The end of the third, playing hard but not smart. Just nonchalant, bringing the ball down against some pressure, turns it over, compounds the issue by giving up an and-1 foul. Why come over and put your hands on him, Josh? Why come over and put your hands up? Put your hands on him. My goodness, man. Way to compound the issue. 15. Keenan Hart said, yeah, we suck tonight. Not everybody, man. Not everybody. Keenan Hart said, Mamukelashvili. I've been saying Mamukelashvili. Mamu. Campaign bringing it down. Has it on the right wing. Towns is in the game again. Campaign picks his dribble up, gets it inside to Anunoby. Anunoby gets some contact, blows the layup. Robinson right there for the offensive rebound. And he can't get the putback to go, but he does get fouled by Sohan. It's going to send Robinson to the line where we know he struggles. I'm gonna need both of them, Mitch. I need both of them. Keenan Hart said the accent is in the moo like a cow. I've been saying it. Mamukelashvili. When you say it fast, you can't hear it. Mamukelashvili. But I am saying Mamu. My man Mamu. Gigi said, why can't we have those types of players to come off the bench and give us something? Why? I mean, we do got them. We got them, Gigi. They're there. We do got them. You know? And we know why we don't get those performances off the bench, though. We know why. We know the guy holding them back. We do got those kind of players. Robinson at the foul line. This is the second one. Didn't make the first. Towns fighting for the rebound. He can't save it. Here comes the Spurs pushing it the other way. Champagnie in transition to 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. The ball is loose. And Mamukelashvili picks it up. Over to Castle. A deep straightaway 3 for Castle when he splashes it. Back to 18, y'all. Back to 18. It's gone the other way. It's gone the other way. Campaign up top. Gets it over to Towns. Towns spinning to his right. Driving it down. Some contact. Puts the floater up. Can't get the layup to go. But he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Keenan Hart said, man, Towns just cannot finish with these solid layups. Yeah, I mean, Towns isn't necessarily the issue tonight, though. Yeah, I would have liked him to make that layup, sure. I'm with you. He's got 26 tonight. Anunoby's 3 for 13. Bridges 4 for 11. McBride's 4 for 13. Josh Hart's 1 for 5. Josh Hart was horrendous tonight. Yet again. Against smart teams, he needs a breather, man. He needs a break. Send him home. Send him home. Tell him you got three games off. It's getting real difficult to watch Josh Hart some nights. I know he had the triple-double the other night against Miami. He was great. He was awesome. Cool. Keenan Hart said, I got back from Whole Foods. It's my fault. Nah. It's definitely the Knicks' fault. Definitely the Knicks' fault. I'm going to keep the blame on the Knicks. I can't let anybody take blame for the game tonight other than the Knicks. Sohan hands it off to Castle. Towns didn't make both free throws, by the way. Over to Wesley, back to Castle. Castle being guarded by Anunoby. Castle, quick crossover to his left. Oh, my goodness. Blew right past him. And then gets fouled by Mitchell Robinson going to the basket. And he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Just try to make him finish that, Mitch. I know you tried to go up. Castle's fast and athletic. You went right into your chest. And you're kind of standing there like this. But you're reaching over, trying to go for the block as well. Just go straight up. Make Castle finish that with the left hand. Going into the shot block. I don't think he finishes that. You know what I mean? And I know it's a bang-bang play. I'm just finding things to complain about at this point. I'm upset. At Tigres said Tibbs ran hard into the ground. Definitely not playing his best basketball right now, I'll tell you that. Probably his worst basketball of the season has come in these last couple of games, man. Almost choked in that water. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Castle knocked down both free throws. Mitchell Robinson, oh my goodness. Two-handed putback slam from Big Mitch. It is 93-77, a 16-point game. Castle has it up top coming to his left. Robinson, a good overall performance as he comes up with the steal there. Quick outlet to Campaign. Hit a head pass to Shamet. A left corner three for Shamet. Shamet continues to misfire. My goodness, Shamet, I need a made shot at some point, brother. Blake Wesley has it up top, looking to attack Shamet. Gets it over to Sohan. Sohan coming to his left, attacking. Misses the layup. Robinson, his 10th rebound. Mitchell Robinson, his first 10-rebound game of the season. Shout out Big Mitch, who I think has been pretty good tonight. Robinson giving us good minutes. Yet again. Towns was also good. They call the foul on Sohan. Oh my goodness. I was really dying on that water. Keenan Hart said Mitch has been awesome. Yeah, he's been great tonight. Crazy that Precious Achiuwa played more than him in the first half. Crazy. Keenan Hart said Hart needs to go to the Caribbean, the Caribbean with Precious for a dirty week. Oh, the Caribbean with Precious for a dirty weekend. Get back to us later. Mitchell Robinson got a two-handed slam. I didn't even watch. I was too busy reading the comment. I mean, this game, it feels like it's slipping away from the Knicks, so I don't even. But Mitch, another rebound, 5 offensive rebounds tonight, 11 points. He's getting back to being Mitch, that's for sure. Chris Paul coming to his right. He's checked back in. Bounce pass to Sohan. Good defense from Robinson. Forced to kick it back out to Castle. Castle being guarded by Anunoby. Pull up three over Anunoby. Well contested. Anunoby got a piece of it, blocked it. Here comes Campaign pushing it the other way. It's a 14-point game. We got a ton of time left at 8 minutes. And a Euro step and two-handed slam from Anunoby and an and one. Finally got an and one to go down. Feels like we had an opportunity for a couple of those all night. Can cut it back to 11. And there's a lot of time left. 8 minutes to go. So, you know. Verify, what's up, Verify? San Antonio spanking New York. Yeah, it's been rough. AP, Tom Thibodeau has to thank God that I am not the GM of this team because I would be like Captain Rose from day one of the dead. Oh, yeah. You and I'm sure majority of Knicks fans at this point are ready to move on from Tom Thibodeau. Look, man, I appreciate Tom Thibodeau for all that he's done, but I am in agreement in that I think in order for this team to hit the next level, you got to move on from Tom Tibbs. Right? Asking them to change, asking them to, or thinking that, they might make some adjustments and like, when Jalen Brunson gets back, best believe Tom Thibodeau is going to be like, okay, so Jalen Brunson gets the ball at the top of the key and everybody else is going to get the hell out of the way. That's our offense. Best believe Tom Thibodeau is going to go right back to that. Anybody who thinks that, this time without Brunson is going to get Tom Thibodeau to be like, maybe I should incorporate some more movement in my offense. Best believe that's not happening. That's not happening. Chichi said at this point, the only way the Knicks will win a chip is if Silver rigged it for them. I mean, he's rigged it for the Lakers and the Celtics. Got to rig it for the Knicks at some point, right? Like, those are your 3 most valuable franchises in the NBA. Why does it feel like the Knicks get actively rigged against? How many times have we moved up in the lottery in its history? 1 time, in the very first lottery, in which we obviously got Patrick Ewing. Every other time, they have either stayed there or moved down. The amount of times that the Knicks have been in the lottery, that is a crazy number. To have never moved up, that's crazy. That's crazy. Keenan Hart said, as soon as Mitch is in, we look totally different. Isn't everyone noticing this? Apparently everybody but Tom Thibodeau, who played Precious Achiuwa, was 7 minutes in that first half. I'm not going to get over that. That was a crazy decision. How do you play Precious Achiuwa 7 minutes in the first half? He was horrendous. From the start, he was bad. He didn't have the energy. He was getting picked on defensively. Mamu Kalashvili looked like an all-star being guarded by Precious Achiuwa. He was horrendous. And you played him the same amount of minutes as Robinson. Crazy. Hart said, which is why it's on JB to get his teammates involved more. Unfortunately, the coaching staff not helping. I mean, if the coach is telling you to do a certain thing, it's difficult to go against what the coach is telling you. I think it's up to Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart and these other guys to take it upon themselves and be like, we got this, Tibbs. No, we're not doing that. We're doing this other thing because it works better. But like that's a lot of pressure to put on your players. And we know how these players feel about Tom Thibodeau. They love Tom Thibodeau. Josh Hart said it. Like, I'm a huge fan of Tom Thibodeau. We know Jalen Brunson loves Tom Thibodeau. He's his godfather, for God's sake. Or Leon Rose's. But he's literally known him since he was born, Tom Thibodeau has. So, they're not going to go against the coach. So it's just not going to happen. Anunoby does knock down his and one free throw. Thank you. 8 minutes to go. 11-point game. Not insurmountable. Not impossible. Here we go. We're back to it. We're back to it. Sohan hands it off to Keldon Johnson. Leaves it off for Sohan in the paint. Catches pump fake. Goes up, gets blocked by Robinson. Mitchell Robinson. Karl-Anthony Towns was also there to fend off the wall. Beautiful teamwork from Robinson and Towns. Mitchell Robinson has been a godsend in this game tonight. Campaign gets it over to Anunoby. Catches and pump fakes. Back to Campaign. Campaign coming to us right off the Anunoby screen. A pull-up three for Campaign. A wild shot, but he knocked it down. He knocked it down, y'all. 8-point game. This is as close as we've ever been. 8-point game. Isn't it crazy that Josh Hart goes to the bench and we go on a bit of a run? I'm just saying. I love Josh Hart. I'm just saying. Maybe don't play him 40 minutes a night, Tom Thibodeau. Maybe you're not utilize it as Mamu Kalashvili fires a deep three, and of course it goes in. Of course, all of a sudden, he's Klay Thompson tonight. Of course. Towns on the left wing, being guarded by Sohan, bully balling his way to the basket, kicks it out to Shamet, over to Payne, extra pass to Anunoby. Anunoby on the right wing, jab step three for OG. OG answers with a three of his own. Now the threes are falling. It's an 8-point game, approaching the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Not impossible. Not impossible. Castle has it on the left wing. Kicks it up top to Mamu Kalashvili. Mamu coming to his right. Towns sticking with him. Up top to Paul. Paul being guarded by Payne. Coming to his right. Back to Mamu Kalashvili. Same spot, same result. Had a feeling that was coming. Same spot, same result. The guy has not missed a three-point shot tonight, by the way. Mamu Kalashvili tonight is what? 5 for 5 from three-point range, 9 for 10 from the field overall. He's got 24 points. I mean, they're making him look like like an all-star tonight. They're making him look like he's Karl-Anthony Towns out there. Justice's dad said, I think Hart has a knee injury. Yeah, so in response to that, Tom Thibodeau continues to play him 40 minutes a night. Like, get the hell out of the way. And they're going to hack a Mitch right now, I believe. Mitchell Robinson intentionally fouled, going to the foul line for 2 free throws. And he knocks down the first one. My man Big Mitch been putting in the work, knocking down free throws since he's been back from injury, baby. AP said, and if I was the owner, he would get the Darth Vader. You have felt me for the last time. You have felt me for the last time. Yeah, I mean, look, man, he's been here for 5 years. Robinson makes the first, misses the second. Couldn't get the friendly bounce. Johnson with the rebound. It's a 10-point game. Not impossible. Not impossible. Halfway through this fourth quarter, 6 minutes to go. Johnson has it up top. Got to get some stops. Got to get some scores. Chris Paul coming to his left, off a couple of screens. Mamu Kalashvili, pick and pop, bullet pass down low to a wide open Jeremy Sohan as the Knicks overreacted to Mamu Kalashvili. And beautiful, smart play. Inside pass to Towns. Towns goes up. Gets the layup to go. No, they called the foul on the pass, on the interior pass. Oh, no, they're fouling Mitchell Robinson on purpose. Fouling Mitchell Robinson on purpose. Keenan Hart said, man, I'm just loving Mitch more and more. And there are people in the chat who wanted him traded for Jonas Valanciunas. Just saying. Robinson misses the first end of the free throw. They're trying to get Mitch out of the game because he's been super impactful by going to the hack of Mitch right now. Smart move. Smart move from the Spurs. Keenan Hart said, Mitch is on fire. And he missed the first one there. You got to make the second one. I mean, scoring 1 point on the offensive end is not what you want. He does knock down the second one. That's not where you want to be. You don't want to trade 2s for 1s. Usually you're trading 3s for 2s. You don't want to trade 2s for 1s. Chris Paul has it up top, being hounded by Shamet. Chris Paul coming to his left, driving it down. Towns switches onto him. Chris Paul has it in the left corner, dancing with it, in and out dribble, driving to his right. Foul line, pull-up jumper over Towns. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Sohan had it, lost it. Ball knocked into the air. It's still loose. Robinson dives for it. Can't get to it. Mamukelashvili has it. Now back to Chris Paul. They're going to wind down as much time as possible. Now over to Vassell. Vassell on the right wing being guarded by Towns. Dancing with it. Quick crossover to his left. Kicks it out to Chris Paul. He's got to chuck it up with the shot clock winding down. Hits the backboard. Doesn't hit the rim. And that's going to be the end or a shot clock violation. Excuse me. Hart said, if we had Valanciunas, we'd give up 140 per game. Yeah. Anybody who wanted Valanciunas, I think they were insane. I said it from the beginning. I'll continue to say it forever. That guy was never meant to be a Knick. Mitch coming out. Got to get him out of the game. Got to get him out of the game, unfortunately. Going to hack a Mitch, got to get him out of the game. Campaign has it on the left wing. Now over to Shamet. Shamet another three. He hasn't hit one all night long. Continues to miss. Towns comes flying in for a two-handed putback. Okay, he got a little Mitchell Robinson in him. He said, I see how Mitch does it. I see how he does it. Got under 5 to go. 9-point game. Back and forth. Knicks incapable of getting past 8. Sohan has it up top. Hands it off to Paul. Paul coming to his right. Throws up the floater. Gets a nice friendly bounce. Hit the back of the rim, but got a nice friendly bounce. Got it to go. 92 to 103. 4:30 to go. Like I said, they've gone back and forth. Knicks not able to get that much closer. Over to Towns. Towns has it up top, being guarded by Chris Paul on a switch. Looking to take advantage. Towns hits Bridges, cutting back door, and he lays it up and in. Too much attention being paid to Karl-Anthony Towns, and Bridges snuck behind the defense. Good job. Good job. But it's 9 with 4 minutes to go, and the time's winding down. It's getting a lot less possible. Now 9 points has 3 threes. You go on a crazy streak, you go 3 threes, that's fine. Ooh, quick crossover from Keldon Johnson going to the basket, blows the layup, but Sohan right there. Shamet, Bridges, y'all got to collapse into the paint and grab a rebound, man. Under 4 to go. 11-point game. Chi said, can someone explain to me why the Knicks always let these random players go off on them? This is why I say they have no heart. Like I said, Chi, I keep saying it because you're making it very clear. You don't watch a whole lot of NBA outside of the Knicks. This literally happens every single night. The league is filled with tremendous talent. I can literally go to any box score. You know who's saying that? Who did Obi Toppin hit that crazy 3 over? They're like, how do we let these random role players keep going off on us? You know? Let's look at this Timberwolves Pelicans game. It's 110 to 109. Bruce Brown with 12, Hawkins 13, Carlo Makovich, James Robinson Earl. Excuse me. Devo's back playing, by the way. Shout out Dante DiVincenzo. Been a while. Wizards playing the Jazz, Bulls playing the Suns, Grizzlies playing the Blazers. That just started. Cavs playing the Kings just started. Nuggets Lakers is the late game. Mavs Pacers. $20 for Najee Marshall. I'm sure the Pacers were like, how come Najee Marshall goes off against us? Who's this random guy? Kai Jones gets 18. They're like, how is Kai Jones going off against us? Literally happens to every single team, every single night. Obi Toppin off the bench tonight. Only 13 points, played 23 minutes. Although goddamn, he didn't miss. 4 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3. Rockets beat the Magic. Magic continue to slide. Looking ugly for them. The Pistons did beat the Heat, right? Pistons did beat the Heat. I don't know if that's good for them getting the 6th seed or not good for them getting the 6th seed. Cade with 25 and 12, or 25, 12 rebounds. 11 assists, a triple-double for Cade. My goodness. Jalen Duren has been, the thing that hasn't been talked about enough, Jalen Duren has been awesome during this stretch. Plus 17, 15 points, 11 rebounds. 16 off the bench for Beasley. He's got to be the leader in 6th man of the year voting now. As for the Heat, not a whole lot. Hero doing his thing. Bam did his thing. Nobody else. That's why they continue losing. That's their 9th straight loss, I believe. My goodness. And then 76ers got beat by the Thunder. To be expected. By 33. To be expected. To be expected. Michael Rogers, where's OG? He's out there. He's out there. McBride's back out there. Here we go. Under 4 to go, y'all. Under 4 to go. Keenan Hart said, Mitch has been much better with his free throws this year. Mitch was 60% free throw his rookie year. Yeah, I mean, he's been around 50% majority of his career. He's been knocking him down since he's gotten back. He's been knocking him down. He's still hovering around 50, though. Bridges in the left corner. He pump fakes, going along the baseline, and throws it to nobody. Mamu Kalashvili picks it off. And it's looking rough. Relic of the soul. Nah. I mean, it's not looking like it's going to be the night of a special comeback. Not looking like it. Chris Paul has it up top being guarded by Bridges. Coming to his left. Leaves it off for Sohan. Sohan. Coming to his right. Takes the handoff. Why is Josh Hart back out there? I love Josh. Why is he back out there? As Keldon Johnson's got to fire it away with the shot clock winding down, and of course he banks it in. Harrison Barnes got to start it off, knowing it was going to be a rough night, banking in a terrible left wing three. And as Bridges lines up a three, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound, Towns able to chase it down. Keldon Johnson can't get the end one to go yet again, but he did get fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for one more. Keenan Hart said, we just don't got it tonight, outside of Mitch. I mean, Towns has been good. Towns, he's doing everything you expect Towns to do. You know, like that. And Mitch, like you said, was good. I can't believe Precious Achiuwa got 7 minutes in that first half. I can't believe it. It is unbelievable to me. I can't believe Josh Hart's back in this game. Josh Hart's been bad yet again. I can't believe Josh Hart's back in this game. Yeah, Towns got 30. Mitch got 13. It's crazy. I mean, Anunoby and Bridges have 14, but it's crazy that Mitch is like one of our leading scorers tonight. Like, that tells you how bad everybody else was so far. Josh Hart with 2 points, 7 boards, 7 assists, which is great. Cool. Awesome. 3 steals, 2 blocks. Like, again, thought he was playing hard. Home run pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Does he have 30? My man Mamu, he's got 29. AP said Mitch was a bright spot. Mitch was great. For sure. A bright spot tonight, a silver lining. Played hard, played well. He had 13 points, 11 rebounds. Towns with 32 and 9. He tried. He did his thing. Did his part. I thought Anunoby played some solid defense. I thought Josh Hart played hard defensively. Not smart. Was terrible defense as Mamu Kalashvili refuses to miss, guys. That man refuses to miss. He's got 29 points. He's 6 for 6 from 3. He's 11 for 12 from the field. Towns down the lane, puts up the floater, gets it to go. 113.98. Under 2 to go. Vertify said, this is a rough one. Towns needs 45 plus with everyone else cold. Yeah, I mean, he's no Jalen Brunson. You know, I think that's the point, right? He's not the guy to be the leader of your offense. So anybody who was in the chat earlier in the year being like, Karl-Anthony Towns is our best player, I'm like, really? Really? But, you know, this is why Brunson's the captain. This is why he's the all-NBA guy on the team. That's why we love him. And then you're really missing him. Anton Watson off the bench, getting ready to sub in. Tom Thibodeau waving the white flag. Kolek getting minutes. Is that PJ Tucker getting up off the bench? Josh Hart, another piss-poor performance. 2 points from him. But you got to continue to start him, right, Tibbs? Look, when Jalen Brunson gets back, the most optimal thing to do is to start Deuce McBride in front of Josh Hart. And then bring Josh Hart, play him 30 minutes off the bench, have him go against second units where he can push the pace and really punish second units. But, you know, Tom Thibodeau's not going to do that. PJ Tucker getting his first minutes as a Knick. PJ Tucker. He's in the game, y'all. Kolek is also in the game along with Anton Watson. All the other young guys are with the G League team tonight. We'll go through the G League box score because that should make us feel a little bit better. Avy said, now watch them go and lose to the Hornets tomorrow. Very possible. Very possible. I figured, hey, this one's in the bag. We're going to win this one, no problem. And then I'll take the loss against the Hornets. Second night of a back-to-back, I'm sure. Right? right? I'll excuse that as a loss. It happens. NBA season's a grind. You lose, poorly scheduled games like that. Okay, schedule loss, all of that. Now the Hornets game becomes a must-win. Now it becomes a must-win. Kolek in the paint off the pass from Payne. Kolek gets a nice little floater to go. Angela said, are they tired? I'm sure they are tired. I'm sure they are. But I don't care how tired you are. You can't go down by 28 against the Spurs team, missing De'Aaron Fox, Wembanyama, and their coach, Greg Popovich. Can't do it. Can't do it. Mamu Kalashvili's going to fire another one, and he's going to knock it down. Are you seriously? The night of nights for Mamu Kalashvili. 7 for 7 from 3. 34 points for Mamu Kalashvili. 32. He's going to score again. Checking the box score. The box score is ahead of me. Campaign knocks down a 3, which is cool. You heard if I said tired, not an excuse. I mean, look, if they would have lost tonight in a hard-fought game, I'd be like, that's disappointing, but okay. To get clowned like this, go down by as many as 28, have Mamu Kalashvili go off on you, 7 for 7 from three-point range, that's bad. It's bad. They hit Mamu Kalashvili cutting back door. You knew he was going to get another 2. Ends up with a backdoor cut and a dunk. He's got 34 points. A career night for Mamu Kalashvili. Campaign going to the basket. Lefty layup. Gets it to go. Well, that's going to end it. And the Spurs will dribble out the clock, and that's going to be the end of it. AB said all these players have career games against us. I mean, sometimes guys are just hot. The Knicks could not find the hot hand once he was hot, and it's like, you got to identify that, man. You got to identify that. And the Knicks and Tom Thibodeau were so late to identify it. And 120-105 is going to be the final score of the game. Carl said one word. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah. Slim said, I don't know what to say. KHG said, now why couldn't we have the Mamu guy? Because even if the Knicks did, Tom Thibodeau would not have played him. Even if we did, Tom Thibodeau would not have played them. You know? Keen Hart said, I know you don't like that line of comment from AP, but I agree with him. We just got no perimeter defense and guys can shoot, always have a chance to go off big, even if not a household name. Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from. I do. I understand. I also watch the games. Guys always go off on the Knicks. Perimeter shooters go off on the Knicks because the Knicks aren't very good at getting out the perimeter shots. Sometimes guys are hot, but when that happens, you have to be able to adjust and close out on them. And the Knicks didn't do that, man. Like, it went the opposite way. It absolutely went the opposite way. You know? Like, he is 7 for 7 from 3. How do you not close out hard on him? It reminds me, I don't know if you guys remember the game last year. Was it last year? Or was it 2 years ago? The Knicks played a game against the Minnesota Timberwolves in which Taurean Prince went 8 for 8 from 3. You know? So it's not this team's issue. It's a Tom Thibodeau staple to dare certain guys to shoot. And they dared Mamu Kalashvili early to shoot. And they got embarrassed. But here's the silver lining. About to show you guys. Something we could all be happy about. Something we could all hopefully look forward to in the future because it ain't happening this year. But this right here is a positive. This right here is a positive. My man Kevin McCullough Jr. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Oh, you can't see it because I'm in the way. Here we go. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists for Kevin McCullough Jr. We didn't even expect this kid to play this year, coming off the injury. 20 points for Pakholm tonight. He got to the foul line. Cool. Shout out to him. Moses Brown with 21 and 17 off. Cool. Johnny Davis with 19. Boo Boo with 16. Jamal Bay with 19. Nobody else we really care about played or got time or whatever. But 20 points for Kevin McCullough. 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Cool. That's something we can look forward to next year because we know Tom Thibodeau is not going to play him this year. Not that he can. He's coming off the injury. But clearly is a player. Clearly. Vertify said, is PJ a better option than Achua? I don't know. I don't know what PJ Tucker has left in the tank. He hasn't played in what feels like a year and a half, like as a part of a regular rotation. So I don't know. AP said, I hope Tibbs gets fired. That's what hope. Hit those thumbs up if he wants us fired. Yeah, man, I get the sentiment. Man. I'm never going to call for the coach's job because I think that's just silly, especially Coach Tom Thibodeau has been a good coach. But it's very clear that a lot of the issues that the Knicks have had this year have been the same issues that they've had since the beginning of the year. And it's like, if that's the case, then it's very evident that Tom Thibodeau has not been creative, not been flexible, and these are the issues that have plagued him throughout his entire coaching career, right? He's very stubborn with his rotations. He's not flexible. He's not very creative with his sets. Not that you have to be super creative, but when you have a team as versatile as this team, to not utilize that versatility at all, to always have a lineup out there in which there's at least one non-shooter is ridiculous when you have literally the best stretch five in the NBA. It is insane that Tom Thibodeau all year is like, I'm going to have Josh Hart on the court at all times with Karl-Anthony Towns. It's like, then how do you take advantage of Karl-Anthony Towns being as versatile as he is, especially offensively? How do you take advantage of that with Josh Hart on the court? Teams are not guarding Josh Hart. He's got 2 points tonight. When you play smart teams, and the Spurs are obviously a smart, well-constructed team, even without their guys, they're very well coached. Even without Greg Popovich, they're very well coached because coaching isn't just about the head coach. It's about the coaching staff. And at one point, the Knicks had one of the best coaching staffs in the NBA because it wasn't just Tom Thibodeau. It was Kenny Payne. It was Johnny Bryant. It was Mike Woodson. It was a lot of these other guys, and a lot of them ended up getting poached away from the Knicks to go to other teams, to be the head of college programs and all that. Mike Woodson's out to Indiana. Kenny Payne's out to Louisville. Johnny Bryant's out to Cleveland. And now all of a sudden you're left with who? Tom Thibodeau. And, it's not lost on me that this team has a super versatile roster, and Tom Thibodeau continues to play Josh Hart 40 minutes a night. Let's look at the box score. What does the box score look like? What is the box score going to tell us that we don't already know because we watched the game? Mitchell Robinson tonight, 17 minutes. Not enough. How come Mitchell Robinson didn't get closer to 20? I need 20 plus from Mitch. He played 24 against the Heat. I need 20 plus from Mitch. Those 7 minutes in the first half in Precious Achiuwa were horrendous. Why did he play 7 minutes? That's a lot. That's a lot of minutes. 7 minutes in the second quarter, by the way. I don't believe he played in the first quarter. He got 7 second quarter minutes from Precious Achiuwa. Played majority of the second quarter. How did that happen? The world may never know. And in those 7 minutes, he was a minus 14. Horrendous. As for the starters, Josh Hart, 35 minutes. The second most minutes, only behind OG Anunoby. Tied with Karl-Anthony Towns for the second most minutes on the team. How does that happen? He was pretty bad tonight overall. 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. The stats look good. 5 fouls, 2 turnovers from Josh Hart. The stats look good from Josh. He didn't play a good game. Another piss poor performance from Josh Hart. McBride couldn't buy a basket tonight. He started to knock down some shots in the second half, but you know what? He's your backup point guard who's not a natural point guard. This is a passable game for McBride. It's not good. It's not bad. Passable game for McBride. I thought he did enough in the second half in that position. I thought Towns played great. Not great. Maybe great's excessive. 11 for 21 from the field, hit 2 threes, 8 for 9 from the foul line, 9 rebounds, 32 points. He did his job. I thought Anunoby defensively was good, and offensively in the second half was really good. Was brutal in the first half. Everybody was brutal in the first half. Similar with Bridges. Brutal in the first half. He had 14 points, 5 boards, 7 assists. These are great numbers to see. I like seeing that. Wish he would have made more shots. But this is enough from these guys, right? They had terrible first halves, except for Towns. Anunoby picked it up in the second half. Bridges picked it up in the second half. McBride picked it up in the second half. And the guy who didn't was Josh Hart. And again, he's playing hard. And we all love Josh Hart. I don't want to see Josh Hart get 10 minutes a night. I'm not saying that. We all love Josh Hart. But you can't have him out there every single minute of the game. It doesn't make any sense. He is a limited basketball player. You are belittling the things he does well by having him out there as long as you do, man. Having them out there for as long as you do takes away from the things he does best, right? If he's all heart, all hustle, after 35 minutes, he's not going to be all heart, all hustle anymore. You can't have it, man. You can't have it. The worst thing that happens to this team was Josh Hart being awesome in the playoffs, playing 48 minutes a night. That was the worst thing that ever happened to this team because now Tom Thibodeau feels empowered to just play him 40 minutes a night during the regular season. Like, you can't, man. He's already dealing with the knee thing. He's missed some games, probably rushed back, being like, well, the team needs me. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. So I know where you guys are coming from. I know. Mark said, we don't get JB back soon. We're in danger of losing the 3rd seed. Let's check it out. How endangered are we? How endangered are we? Not the schedule, the standings. The standings. The Knicks are 43-25. They have a 4-game lead over Indiana. I don't know how endangered they are. I mean, you got a 4-game lead on Indiana. It would have to take a pretty big collapse, man. That would have to take a pretty big collapse. Not impossible, but JB will be back. JB will be back. I'm not too worried about losing the 3rd seed. I'm really not. But Indiana, Milwaukee, and Detroit all battling for that 4, 5, 6 seed. This will be all jumbled up by the time the playoffs come. So who knows who we will be playing? But it'll be one of these teams. It'll be one of these teams. The play-in, the 6th seed and the 7th seed. That's a 5.5 game lead. So Atlanta Hawks aren't catching anybody. So that's it. Keenan Hart said Hart is playing 37.8 minutes per game. Yikes! I would like to see him play 25 minutes. Give some minutes to Mitch and some to Deuce. Yeah, I mean, the perfect time frame for Josh Hart is 25 to 30. That's where you want him. And look, and if he's having a great night like he had against Miami, you can sneak him maybe 35 minutes. But when he's playing as poorly as he does, like he did against the Warriors, like he did tonight, when you play smart teams and well-coached teams and well-run teams, they know how to exploit your weaknesses. We've seen this time and time again. We've seen it. Mr. Mister, said Detroit will be scary. Detroit will be scary. I'm really not worried about it. I'm really not scared of them, but I get it. They play hard. Slim said this game isn't fun for them right now, with the exception of Mitch. It's hard 9 to 5 work now with Tibbs. 25-26 said, who cares the 3rd seed? You're going to either play Detroit, Indiana, or Milwaukee in the 1st round. Yeah, it's going to be one of those 3 teams. Which, to be honest, if you ask me, the scariest team of those 3 is Indiana. Indiana's been playing fantastically. Halliburton has picked up his play in the second half of the season. They're the team, if you ask me of those 3 who I'd be scared of the most, it's probably Indiana. I'm not scared of Milwaukee, although Giannis does scare me. But the Knicks match up really well against them. Anunoby, Robinson, and Towns are like a great front line to go up against Giannis. So I'm really not worried about Milwaukee. Detroit doesn't scare me all that much. I mean, they got Cade Cunningham and not a whole lot outside of that. I mean, they're punching above their weight class. That's great and all, but, not worried about Detroit. Indiana, rematch of the second round from last year? Yeah, that'd be interesting. That's a toss-up to me. AB said, with this group, I don't think it matters. If JB wants his number retired, he has to get us at least in one NBA Finals. Fair. Very fair. Very fair. But with that being said, y'all, I mean, we've complained about it all night. They had their chance. Not a great night from most players. Mitch, cool. Towns did his thing. Anunoby and Bridges in the second half, and McBride stepped up. Tom Thibodeau, pretty bad tonight, and we've been stacking up a lot of those this season. Tom Thibodeau has been rough this season. He has had a very poor coaching season, in my opinion. And I think everything has to be on the table and evaluated at the end of the year. And I'll leave it at that. Kay Hazy said, Milwaukee still doesn't have good defense, so better for us. Detroit will be less of an issue with Mitch back. Yeah, I'm really not worried about Detroit. I mean, they play super hard. Come playoff time, I'm not worried about them. I'm not going to lie. They got Cade Cunningham and not a whole lot else. Not a whole lot else. Kay Hazy said Indiana isn't scary. Of those 3 teams, I think they're the scariest. Not that I'm necessarily scared of them, but I think they're the best team of those 3. I think they do get the 4 seed, so I don't think it's even going to matter. But I think that's going to be it, y'all. I think that's going to be it. They held Indiana to 16 points in the 3rd quarter and then allowed them to explode for 37 in the 4th. Cool. That's going to be it, y'all. I will see you tomorrow night when the Knicks take on Charlotte. Hopefully they got legs for that, because you can't lose 2 games in a row during this stretch. Hell no. MR said, but Brunson back still won't be 100%. I don't know. When ankles heal, especially with the kind of physical therapy and training and personal trainers that they have and around-the-clock care that they have, it's a sprained ankle. He can come back and be 100% and be perfectly fine. It's not gonna be a big deal. So I think they'll be right in the long term. Tonight was horrendous. It was terrible. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. At least you make it fun. I tried to put a positive spin on it. You know I'm gonna try. That's what I feel like my job is. I'm gonna try, right? It's not always gonna work out. I'm not always gonna make sense. But back at it tomorrow night. The NBA is a grind, and we're almost at the end. We're halfway through, more than halfway through the month now. Tomorrow's the 20th already, so we got Charlotte, Washington, Dallas, Clippers, Milwaukee, Portland. We got 6 games left in the month, and then we got the first week and a half of April before we have to get ready for the playoffs. So hopefully the Knicks find their groove, get ready, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out, y'all. Remember, get a good night's sleep, brush your teeth before bed, and make sure you stay hydrated, y'all. I'm out. Bye.